Yeah, that's awkward. It is I, the ultimate Kahuna. My camera's fine. How are y'all doing, my salty seamen? Welcome to the show. It's Tuesday at 6:30 PST, the Lord's time. I am joined, of course, by the beautiful Maggie Chan, now published author. Bill McHuiston, that beautiful man who is very much bald underneath that. Patrick, a comic book man himself. Animation overload. A.C Pritchard and Jarrod Christman. Welcome to the show. So today we are going to be discussing the 1979 movie. Yeah, 1979 movie Stalker by a Russian man whose name I can't pronounce. Really,
Tarkovsky.
Fucking
Philistine.
Anyway.
Sorry, one more time. I wasn't listening.
Sorry, I couldn't say the communist name correctly. Anyway,
He was a visionary, my good man.
good. Brian McCoppin, hi, hail. I still visualize me cruising by on my actual real boat that I own when I watch this intro. Yeah, you should. Brian, I'm going to go there. I'm going to grab us both matching dreadlocks and Jack Sparrow hats. We're going to get drunk on your boat. That's what we'll do in Florida.
Yes.
I mean, what else is there to do in Florida? Shoot it. No, anyway, it's not going to make that joke. Hi, how's everybody doing this week?
I want to hear that joke now.
Yeah,
I'll post it later anyway. How the hell are you guys doing? Ao, how are you doing, man?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
I don't believe it. Anyway, Patrick, how are you doing, my friend? How has life been treating you?
It's good. I'm on top of the world right now. It's fantastic.
I know you're on the best show on the internet. Of course you are.
That's right. Thanks
Jarrod,
for having me.
of course, man. Jarrod, how about you?
I'm good, dude. I'm good. I'm tired, but I'm good.
I can hear it in your voice. You sound like Logan in the movie.
Oh, dude, I've been up since 2 a.m.
I don't want to take care of this old man with mutant powers anymore. Anyway, AC, how about you and your fan, brother?
Oh, I'm doing good. My son's been saying a lot of random words, just like random phrases too. It's really adorable, and he'll like as he's getting into stuff, I can't even be mad at him because he'll like go match it with something on the screen. Like he'll start like grabbing one of my band coasters here, and then he'll go up on the TV screen and like match it up with the logo on there.
That's the cleanest shill I've ever seen. Thank you, AC.
Wholesome too. Damn.
I know, dude. It's like I have a kid, nuclear family, loving wife. Also, here's my band that my son did as he's discovering the world. Very cool.
Yeah. You got me. You got me.
That was
I was
really
a doctor doing medicine.
Tremendous, unbelievable. We have the best fluids. Anyway, Bill.
Wow, what a great picture of me. I looked at it and I said, that's a great picture.
Maybe the best picture, frankly.
Right. Yeah.
What about you, Bill? How's life been treating you?
I am apparently on an unhealthy week because I have leftover pie that I am working my way through.
How much pie? Is it unsafe?
Okay, look, mistakes have been made. Mistakes will continue to be made. I ate the equivalent of 2 slices just now.
That's a fourth. That's
Bill,
a fourth. You're fine.
I once crushed 3 Costco pizzas by myself on a bet at a party. You're fine, man.
I believe that.
That's impressive.
Look, this physique, I have to take care of it, okay?
Yeah, there's me, man. Like, what am I going to do? I have this large body, I have this giant cock. It takes a lot of food, man. Anyway. Maji is forward looking at the screen. I'm not going to explain what just happened. Hey, Maji. How are you doing this week?
Oh,
What's up?
wow.
How are you? How's life been treating you?
It's been kind of interesting. Work's been fun, and then gonna start a new project with James Esperanza soon.
Ooh,
Nice.
James.
Or Esparza. I said his name wrong.
I know that's how we all want to say his name.
Esperanza.
Like James Esparza, he's a cool guy. He might know a couple shady people, but he's a cool guy. James Esperanza is a hero of a Zorro novel.
Well, no, he's gonna take advantage of my anime voice and asked if I could do some reading for him.
Nice.
Nice.
Wait, hasn't he heard mine?
Yeah, see, mine doesn't require
hilarious,
auto-tune. I'm unfortunately cursed with this, so
You're cursed with the voice that VTubers have been faking for 10 years. You're fine.
except for when you deal with it naturally in real life all the time, it gets a little iffy.
Yeah, people don't take you seriously. You have to own your ID when you go out to drink. It's a whole thing. Now, Patrick, I asked you to what was it? I want to pick a movie that I thought you believed was underrated.
Mm-hmm.
What made you pick 1979's Russian named Stalker movie?
Well, so if you've watched it and you're not a big fan of long movies where there's a lot of talking and almost no action, I think that's probably the biggest reason. A lot of people don't like movies like that, like heavy philosophical kind of movies. And I like that movie. Gosh, it's one of those things where if you're the kind of person who's got what I call TikTok brain, or what a lot of people call that, it's not something that people like to engage with because it forces you to sit there and just experience it for, what was it, 3 hours and 21 minutes, I think it was.
2 hours, 42 minutes.
I think
Okay.
it depends on the version, but yeah, no, it's not a short film.
Yeah. And I don't really hear a lot of people ever talking about it as one of the most brilliant films ever made. And I personally feel that it is, especially one of the most brilliant Russian films ever made, you know. So I just, honestly, I love that movie so much. And you were like, hey, choose a movie for us. And I'm like, should I be nice to them or should I like make them watch a movie I really, really like? And I was like, I'm going to be mean. So I chose Stalker.
Okay. Are Bill and I the only two that have seen it from the panel?
No, I saw it.
Probably.
I saw half of it.
I saw
No,
it.
I mean prior to this show.
Oh yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
And I got to say, Patrick, I was not actually planning on joining the crew this week. And then I get a ping from AC. He's like, hey, the movie this week is Stalker. And I'm like,
Son of a.
you have no idea how hard I get for that movie, man.
Yes.
I said Makushtin is going to geek out when he knows we're doing Stalker.
He did say that. We were going on.
He's going to take
Word
on
for
the
word.
accent of his ancestors.
You can quote me on that. I get hard for Stalker.
Anyway, Maji, how's your
It's hard
Western
for
Japanese
Stalker. Wait, no.
children's game?
What?
Mr. Orange, you
actually
have some
really fun.
explaining to do. Anyway.
How could you have drunk the what? What did she say?
Well,
Susanoo
okay,
did
keep in
what?
mind, this is such an old game. It actually it's an entire story mode game. They don't make those anymore. But no,
this
it's
is
doing good.
bad. Sorry. All right. Anyway, we're talking about Stalker, and watching this Japanese game is incongruous as well. Anyway, we're having a good time. This movie is odd, very odd. Not in a bad way, but in an interest. On paper, it's a very boring film, but I found myself fairly engaged throughout it, despite all of that. A lot of that has to do with the sound design. I think they paid really special attention to that. Like in the dry path, that area when they're going through, the sound design is insane. I'm watching this like on YouTube because I'm cheap, and I'm like, this is insane. How did they this shouldn't be interesting, but the sound design and then the sets themselves, because they're taking place in Soviet Russia, which is basically like post-apocalypse anyway. It made the sets and the areas look very very interesting. And I for me, that really helped carry the film. Also, a couple little acting things you just don't normally see in movies. Like at one point in the beginning, they're going to get in the Jeep in the black and white section before they're in the zone. And he went to the wrong side of the car, stopped, realized, went back around the right side of the car. I'm like, that's not something you really see in movies very often. And it's just little details like that that I appreciated. But for those of you who have seen this movie before, what are some things that you kind of attach to with this?
The way that the movie handles the way I started speaking before I realized what I wanted to say. This is why I'm a writer, okay? I know word good. I know speak word good.
You can take your time,
I don't think about anything that comes out of my mouth. Anyway.
So, first and foremost, I want to say, I think it's funny that you guys ended up doing Stalker after Harry Potter, because the first Harry Potter... Well, no, this is why I say it. The first Harry Potter movie, we all collectively agree, is very close to that first book.
Yeah.
Stalker bears very little resemblance to the book,
which is really
you have very key aspects such as the zone and this room that grants wishes, and people, stalkers, who navigate the zone. In the movie, the stalker is leading people to this wish granting room, and even how they the approach to the Golden Sphere, that's the name of the room in the book. The approach to the Golden Sphere is different from book to movie. In the book, it is very much wish fulfillment. You go there, you can get whatever wish you want. The main character, Red, he has another friend who's also a stalker who went to the room and got a happy life out of it. You know, he's married to a beautiful wife. He's got kids. He's living it up. Meanwhile, in the movie, the only other person we know of who has gone to the room was Porcupine.
And he's talked about, but not really,
Yeah, he's talked about, and you learn that Porcupine... Spoilers, by the way. Spoilers, by the way, for the movie. I'm taking a deep dive. I'm diving into the deep end.
Deep.
Porcupine's brother gets killed in the meat grinder on the way to the room, and so when he gets there, he hopes to get his brother back, but he doesn't get his brother back. He gets his deepest desire, which, as it turns out, was for money, for riches, and not for his brother to be back. And so the approach that Tarkovsky took, I thought, was really interesting. And at the beginning of the movie, he kind of foreshadows it and very expertly sets it up when you first meet the writer who's, chatting up this girl because, he's a pretentious writer. I know the feeling. And he's talking about, I want at least I think it was, I'm not going to lie, I was half paying it. When I said I've seen this movie 5 times, I was not counting the 2 times I played it on the Discord for everybody. I was half paying attention those 2 times. But, there's this part of the movie where he talks about he wants the moral superiority of being a vegan. But deep down, he really wants a nice, juicy steak. And that's the whole thing about the room that Tarkovsky presents us with, and it is... Oh, that's what sticks out to me.
Denial and human desire and sacrifice and what you're willing to give versus what you're willing in order to get what you desire. And there's a lot of interesting themes played along there.
Well, and to be honest with yourself about what you actually desire. You know, everybody's like lots of people, I think what he's trying to say partially is that lots of people put facades over what they actually truly desire to be more acceptable in society, when they should just be more honest about what they really want.
Yeah. I haven't read the book, so how does the setting itself kind of how similar is the setting itself?
Yeah, our audience actually will very much like to hear about the book. Yeah.
This is where I'm gonna shine, everybody. Let me just take a sip of my root beer.
I'm going to let him chime.
So first and foremost, in the book, it is actually fully explained what happened and what caused the zones. And yes, I said zones,
so it's not vaguely
zones.
hinted to be aliens.
Oh no, in the book, it's flat out said to be aliens. The prologue of the book is actually an interview with a scientist as he's talking about the landing patterns of the alien spaceships. It's really cool. And the zones basically become this treasure trove of alien technology that has fascinated and captivated humanity. Basically what happened was the aliens had a roadside picnic and left all their trash at the campsite or at the picnic site. And so that trash being all this crazy advanced bull crap, where we humans are like, we gotta get us some of that. And that's when we're introduced to the main character, Redrick, who is recently out of prison for being a stalker, which is someone who navigates the zone. That is one thing that Tarkovsky kept, is that the zone is a very dangerous place, and if you make the wrong step, you will die. But he's trying to fly straight now. He's working with the Research Institute, and we actually get to see someone die pretty early on in the book because of the zone. This guy walks through, or the scientist Red is working for, walks through this transparent, almost invisible web, and he dies of a heart attack exactly 24 hours later.
The Death Note death. Classic.
Yeah,
Classic.
Pretty much. And so that's the primary plot of the book, is following Red and others as you basically see how the zone and society change over time. The book itself is split into 4 sections after the prologue. And
Hey, I like your monkey guy here.
Thank you.
And the
You won't get
I
it.
completely lost my train of thought. By the way, AO, that is a very apt picture, because that's another thing from the book. They briefly touch on the fact that it's discouraged for women to marry stalkers in the movie.
And
You
in
actually
real
see
life.
more. You actually see more of the genetic mutation in the book. Red has a kid with his at the time girlfriend. He then goes on to marry her. She also tells him that she's pregnant, like right before he gets arrested, which is very nice. You absolutely lay that right on me.
Then his daughter doesn't have legs.
Oh no! In the book, she does have legs. She's just how do I put this? She's like Beast from the X-Men.
Oh, she's hairy?
Yeah, she looks like a monkey. That's why he calls her monkey in the book.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Bill. So like, I'm gonna try to use the resources I can. I'll try to chime in as kind of like the Jamie, so to speak. But it says here that you said there's very little resemblance to the book, but like it's more than that. Apparently, the author says the only resemblance is the word stalker and zone.
Pretty
They took
much.
those two
I mean,
words from the book.
they took out pretty much all the names except for monkey, and I think porcupine is the name of a stalker in the book. I can't remember off the top of my head because
the
you
main
actually
character?
no, the main character's name is Redrick Shuhart.
Okay.
But there are multiple other stalkers that get name dropped throughout the book because going into the zone, getting this alien tech, and then selling it on the black market or selling it to the research institute are very lucrative at the start of the book. But as the zone starts to dry up and the golden generation of stalkers are getting too old for this crap, it becomes less lucrative. Less stalkers are returning home, and on top of that, there's less swag to find in the zone. And before anyone says anything about me being a decade late with my slang, no, I am not. That is the actual word used in the English translation of roadside picnic is swag.
Yeah, you're like 2 or 3
Yep.
decades ahead when it
So,
comes to the
it's like, hey, honey, we going to the zone. What are we gonna swag?
We can get swag, baby.
You're right. Oh shit, we go pick up some swag for sure.
Hashtag
Soviets knew.
yes.
The
Oh my
Soviets knew.
god.
And like I said, the golden sphere gets introduced from one of Redrick's other stalker friends, and the last quarter of the book, that last section of the book, is Red going with his friend's son to the golden sphere, to this wish granting room. One similarity that they do have is in thematics. In a way, the movie is very much about hope. The book is about hope as well. The zone is sort of this, the zone and the golden sphere are emblematic of this hope.
Like
Basically.
something to strive for and aim for.
Yeah.
Yeah, but in both the book and the movie, there are downsides to it.
Well, I was gonna say I would imagine they're both deliberately anticlimactic
Like,
and introspective with no action set pieces and just existential.
There's
reflection
quite a
amid
there's a
adversity.
little bit of action in the book. You actually see
There's almost
pretty
none
good
in the
detail.
movie, like the movie.
You actually see in pretty good detail why the meat grinder is called the meat grinder.
Oh heck yeah! There you go. Well,
It's-
you need that.
What's her name?
Pretty fucking metal.
Sorry,
what's that?
that's a bad joke. Nothing.
But in the book, you have things such as, the transparent webs that give people heart attacks. There's also the fact that if you were in the area when the aliens landed, congratulations, you can never leave. Because anywhere you go to will suffer very severe and devastating natural disasters. There's also the mutations that come from the children of stalkers. The zone, something in the air just screws with their DNA. Like there are downsides to living that life. And the authors of the book, the Strugatsky brothers, did mention that, yes, the movie is very different from their book. However, from what I found, they did enjoy the movie. They did enjoy Tarkovsky's very slow and meditative take.
Yeah.
So this isn't a case of like Stephen King where he decried The Shining as being horrendous. No, the Strugatskys were like,
let's not forget that he also made The Shining afterwards, and it was shit. It was
yeah.
dog.
Did he really? There was another Shining?
Dude,
Yeah.
I'll F it. I'll look
There's
it up.
another
Hold on.
Shining.
Dude,
I never
it's
knew
a
that.
mini series.
There
yeah.
is indeed.
Shining.
I was gonna say,
mini series. There's this goofy werewolf outfit. He's trying to. Oh, dude, it's bad.
Bill and Patrick, are you guys aware of the lore behind the cursed filming of this movie?
No.
No.
Yes.
It had a cursed.
Yes.
It had a cursed upbringing. Yes. Okay.
Not
Yeah,
before
there's
you
even
talk about
conspiracies.
before
There's
you
even
talk about the filming, I
Yeah.
want to say this. So I am
We'll
a fan
save
of
that.
all of Tarkovsky's work. Okay, I have seen all 7 of his movies. My personal favorite is Nostalgia. This movie is believed to have been the ultimate cause for the cancer that killed Tarkovsky.
Oh yeah. There's
Oh, because they filmed
Because
it. Yeah.
The filming conditions were not good, and you can see it in the final product. It looks downright gorgeous.
Yeah.
The film looks incredible for 70.
Yeah, those conditions are believed to have caused the cancer that ultimately took Tarkovsky's life.
So I heard about that
AC.
cancer thing, and I remember that scene where the stalker goes to, like, he's like, "Hey, I gotta," when they first arrive in the zone, and he's like, "Hey, I'll be back," and then he just lays in the grass.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh my god!" I'm thinking about like the irradiated grass that he's just laying
man.
in.
Dude,
Oh.
Just dew covered grass with little sprinkles of radioactivity.
Yeah, seriously.
Also, where the hell? Like, do we know where they filmed this for sure? Because like it's crazy. Like the film looks crazy.
They
somewhere
had
in
to move
Soviet Russia.
It's Tajikistan, and then an earthquake forced them to move to Estonia, where there was abandoned hydroelectric plants, chemical factories, and power stations.
Damn.
Near Tallinn, I think is what it's called, along the Jagala River. So we could probably find that on Google Maps.
Yeah,
Thank
because
you,
this was
James.
considered a lower budget film for its time when it first came out. It wasn't cheap by any means, but it was not a high budget production.
And yet it looks like a million times better than the vast majority of films released today.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's also made at that time when there was, I don't know, been this push in so many recent years to modernize and fix all of these old and abandoned places, and I'm like, I don't know. I do feel like to a degree, you need to rejuvenate a place, but you kind of lose something. Like this film is a great example of that. Like places like this won't exist forever, and it's like they didn't have to build sets. They just went out and found a really cool spot when they were able to film there. I miss that kind of run and gun style of filmmaking. Heck, the first Rocky film, they didn't get permits for shit. That guy who tossed the orange to Rocky in the running scene, didn't know him, was just a dude. Threw an orange. It was great. I missed that.
Holy crap, guys. I'm really glad you picked this movie because the lore, it gets crazier. But what were you going to say, Maji? I think you were about to say something.
Well, this wasn't the only movie where it ended up killing most of its hosts because of where it was located. Technically, John Wayne and all them died but after filming the Mongolian movie. I forget what it's called. But it ended up basically giving half the staff cancer because they liked the rolling sand dunes, but it was after the nuclear test in the 50s and 60s down in Nevada and Utah.
Yeah.
That crap, dude.
Big
that
oof.
sucks.
That's what I was going to say is
The
right
Conqueror,
here.
edit.
It says the locations were highly toxic. Chemical waste polluted river with foam and summer snow, in quotes. Holy crap. Crew members reported allergic reactions and stuff.
What the heck is summer snow?
Right?
I think that's ash. Like there's Lahaina snow, which is a Hawaiian term from when they used to have the sugarcane fields, and they had the trains that would run on coal. So they drop ash into the town every day, and they called that Lahaina snow. I assume it's something similar. Maybe the coal plants were just producing in the area. So like this is Soviet Russia in the 70s, so that's kind of what I assume. But maybe someone knows something I don't here.
Real quick, you did bring this up, Kahuna, and I just want to add this in real quick because it is one of the reasons why I love Tarkovsky's movies.
Yeah.
They are gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Even Tarkovsky has this really good eye for great
shot
shots,
composition.
especially in nature. Like there are some beautiful set pieces and natural landscapes that he captures in his movies, and even in Solaris, which mostly takes place on a space station, it's gorgeous. Like he had a very visual eye, and I'm sure Jarrod could probably talk more on like the finer autistic details about that than I could, but
Yeah, Jared, be autistic.
Well,
But we're here.
I mean, it's more his cinematographer. It was Vadim Yusuf, and it's in that instance it's very collaborative. Like Tarkovsky considered Yusuf a storytelling equal in terms of what they captured. And so like those two went hand in hand. I think when you're talking about Tarkovsky, you have to you can't talk about the cinematography of Tarkovsky without talking about Vadim Yusuf, because like that was a large part of it, and it shows. Like I mean, it's like that's like you have a and they were rumored to be like good friends too. But when you have, regardless of whatever the personal relationship is like, when you have that kind of like collaborative gold, I mean, it just, man, it elevates things so far. So like some of those, like some of those wide shots that there's so much that goes into capturing, especially some of that stuff that he did with like deep focus in the dry path. Like that is an iconic shot among like cinephiles, is that shot when he's walking through the dust mountains, like, and like that. There's so much that has to go into that shot. Technically, that the shot is doing so much heavy lifting. That
I have it here, Jared. Keep talking.
It is like
also the sound along with it. It all works together. It makes something that should be boring really interesting.
Yeah,
and I watched this whole film and I was worried I wouldn't. Partway through, but I'm like, okay, no, I'm in it for this.
And they were notorious for, or part of the reason why they were able to pull it off is because they were notorious for their planning. Like they would plan for weeks for one shot, and then by the time they get to set, are able to like nail it in 1 or 2 takes because they spent all this time planning. And I mean, look at that. That is one of the most iconic visual captures from film history, period. Like it's so, just that right there, that's a story, just that picture. And then you add the sound design, and then like that like ultra bleak monologue from the writer. Like, I mean, there's such a tone and a mood that Tarkovsky is just a master at capturing. Like
also consistency between shots, because they're obviously switching locations a lot, but it all looks like the same. They have it really follows along with color grading and such. I also didn't expect this film to go color because I was in the beginning, and then they enter the zone, and now there's kind of like, okay, that's cool. I didn't expect it, but that's cool.
I will say, on rewatching it again for this show, I feel like the switch to color is rather jarring.
Like there's no build up to it.
There's no now the build up could have been because like they're on the rail car, and the rider, as you can see, like he dozes off, and then he wakes back up, and if you notice, he's got tears running down his eyes, and you have that strange, the sound effect of the car going cha-chung, cha-chung, that thing, and that lulls him into the sleep, and then there's that weird sound effect going on in the background, and that's a shot that goes on for a long time, but I just felt like on this watch through that, like, because they switched directly from that shot of him, waking back up and having a tear from his eye to, bam, here's the zone in color. And I feel like there could have been maybe if they'd had maybe they didn't have the technology to do it, but to change it from sepia to color in real time as that
Mhm.
sound effect was going, I think that maybe probably would have helped a lot.
We do have to keep in mind this is also Soviet era
Yeah.
Russia.
1979.
Right. So the technology may not have even been there for that.
Not for them anyway. I think
Yeah,
other filmmakers
right.
probably had that, but
Right.
not there at that
You couldn't have done it. You couldn't have done it. You couldn't have done it at that point because they're using real film stock.
Mhm.
So you get all those colors or lack thereof by depending on how it's exposed and washed and what chemicals they bathe it in, and that determines a lot of the color. Like it would have been a really arduous process because you would have needed to do that in this like gradual,
right,
like a faint, like a cross dissolve where you dissolve into color would have taken probably more than they were
capable of.
More than they were capable of in Soviet in Soviet Russia in 79. I don't even know that you could have done it in America without like I'm trying to think you could overlay like three. Yeah, you could layer it and then just remove. Yeah. And then but it would be such an expensive process, man. You would eat up so much because that would get really expensive. Really quick.
I'm glad you brought up the color and the film stock and stuff because one of the conspiracies is that Tarkovsky says that the entire first year of shooting was destroyed by a rival because when it was rendered down, it had like this. The entire thing was ruined by like a blue color grading that showed up in the rendering. So yeah, at some point in the process or from one of the toxic sites or something, it just like contaminated it or like a rival maybe actually, I don't know what you do.
Well, that kind of rivalry stuff was very common in the Soviet Union, but it's because I've seen a lot of Soviet films from that era. I'm not going to say I'm a Russian historian, but I would say that I'm very deeply invested in Russian culture and history and the language itself, and since high school, and watching other Soviet films of that time era, they're nowhere close to being as spectacular as Stalker, and so I think that's another reason I really appreciate when people with very little resources can do something very beautiful. I think that elevates the art. Even if I know that about it, I think that elevates the art farther above what I would normally take it as.
Yeah, Stalker and Nostalgia to both of those films visually hold up to this day. They still look amazing. Dude. So for any film from that era to look that good still is impressive. For any film from that era from Soviet Russia to look that good, that's monumental. Like and that's the thing, like that's why I said the last time Bill and I talked about is like he is underappreciated in the West for what he was able to do in Soviet Russia. Like imagine Tarkovsky with the in golden age Hollywood.
Yeah.
At the same time, though, the restrictions probably are part of why he became such a good filmmaker.
That's very true. That's very true.
And again, like this, I say good filmmaker. It doesn't mean commercial, because even I don't think high school me would have liked this film.
No,
and it's still not a film I'm probably going to go back and watch very often. Sorry, Bill. I have a hat.
Kick yourself.
No, I have a hat for that when I have a shit opinion.
It's okay, Kahuna. Tarkovsky has 6 other films you need to now watch.
I almost feel compelled to because I feel like after he filmed this one, like a Horcrux or a phylactery or something, his soul was just like divided up in all the rest of his work because it says here that it's pretty strong suggestion that filming this movie led to the cancer that killed him and his wife. Because of those toxic sites. So
dude,
there's some weird stuff like that.
Russian Voldemort now.
Yeah.
Except he was dying instead of killing people to make Horcruxes.
Yeah.
Moving on.
in Cincinnati, that like the whole time I remember this film, it is so much like this place called the Powder Factory, and it is a defunct gunpowder factory in Kings Mills, Cincinnati, in Kings Mills, Ohio, which is north of Cincinnati, where the amusement park Kings Island is, and it is for the factory floor, that the part of it that's abandoned and defunct now is like 4 floors, and every floor is like a scene out of Stalker. Like we used to sneak in there and take or do our band promos all over the place in there, because there's just so much character. But I mean, it's like this.
It's like every 80s and 70s movie needed that abandoned factory kind of.
Yeah.
Or like distiller, like anything really. And all of them had it, because there was like, Great Depression, world changed, and the whole bunch of industries suddenly weren't needed or had to be downsized. And so you had all these great filming locations.
Yeah.
But
there's just so much.
Go ahead.
There's so much that you can represent there with that, though. Like you can go with this very esoteric kind of storytelling like Tarkovsky, or you can do like a cheap, like, low budget slasher film, or some like cop, just a standard like cop film. You can do all of those things in a structure like that. And I'm sure there was no shortage of those to shoot in the Soviet Union in '79.
Yeah, it's like this factory was functional last year.
Now it's flooded. Oh my gosh! Like that scene when the writer goes down the stairs, and that water, my God, what was in that water?
They said it was really bad, dude.
That was putrefying. It's so gross, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Jarrod, don't ask questions you don't want to know the answers to.
Oh my gosh, dude.
It's like people blame all the plastic in the ocean for killing the sea turtles. I don't know. I think that water might have been responsible.
The thing I'm more curious about is the well.
Yeah,
that looks like
uranium,
mercury or something, like liquid silvers in that water.
That shot was crazy. I'm like,
yeah,
is this your drinking? Is this like DC drinking water? What is this? West Virginia drinking water average.
You remind me of because the scene that happens pretty quickly after that is what I call, I don't know what other people call it, but I call it the conversation about music scene. They go to sleep, and then there's that pan shot up the water.
Yeah.
And it shows, a million different things that are left in the water, which, by the way, that Thompson Thompson submachine gun was in a previous scene. So I think they took it out of the water and put it in a different spot. But like that scene itself is just like a great example of, I think if you showed that scene to people and said, hey, you should probably watch this movie, they'll either be like, yeah, I want to watch this movie, or they'll never watch the movie.
Yeah.
Because not only does it bring back the kind of sepia tone, but it's got that, narration by that. Is it? I'm pretty sure it's his wife, the stalker's wife, who's saying that, but I'm not 100% sure about that.
I thought it was his daughter quoting Revelation. Was
it his daughter?
I think it was Monkey.
Okay, I wasn't sure who it was, but I thought it might have been his wife, but I obviously I could be mistaken on that.
Yeah, me too.
But then I love how, and then he starts speaking it, and there's that shot where you come from the scientist and his eyes are closed, which is, by the way, like a kind of nod to the very beginning of the film where you see his wife's eyes. Her eyes are already open. When I watched it again this time, her eyes are already open when the train starts going over. But his eyes are closed, goes to the writer whose eyes are now open because he's awake, and then it goes back to him and his eyes are open. And it's just, and then he gives that monologue about music, which I thought was like not only a perfect monologue about music or art in general, but also like it explains to a degree like what his perception of the zone is. And it's just, I think it's just, it's literally one of my favorite scenes of all time, and in all of movies, probably my favorite scene ever of any movie. And it's the cinematography, the sepia to the color, to them just looking at him, and this guy just giving this speech, and then it does that shot too of the lake, and it's just, gosh, it's just so moving. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm just splurging a little bit here.
Not at all. Actually,
like it was lame, but I thought it was awesome.
I'm really glad you brought up like what the zone represents and stuff, because isn't it like the subconscious or faith and stuff like that in a secular age, or even life itself? Like there's a lot of interpretation for it.
Well, I think a lot of it too is like, because the writer is, it's hard to say. So it's like, you see this a lot in Russian literature where they're like, we have an idea of what this thing is, but we can't know for sure. So we can't say for sure. So we're just going to go with the idea, but the idea sounds pretty nice, doesn't it? But it's open to interpretation. Yeah, like it leaves that open-ended, like, what is it though? Like, are you all full of shit, or is this really what's going on? And you don't really know as the audience.
Yeah, it could be faith itself, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's like the Matrix. It's like you could apply a lot of, like you can interpret it a lot of different ways. You could do it religiously. You could do it economically. You could do it based on someone's individual choices for completely secular reasons, and none of them are necessarily wrong. It's just, again, that a good film of that's open-ended that way, a good film can be interpreted multiple ways, and that doesn't mean necessarily one of them is incorrect. This film makes me think of that a little bit as well.
It also says here that Tarkovsky saw it as a mirror for viewers to confront themselves with, which is why it's so ambiguous.
Yes.
Yeah. Which is what I like about from a from a storytelling standpoint, where he's not afraid to ask the audience to think for themselves, because what he's a big part of what he's doing there is between the story of Porcupine and between the story and the writer, it's getting people to develop a level of awareness about what they actually want, instead of what they think they want, or instead of what they want other people to think they want. But which is, I don't know. I think it's very well. I think it's very well done, because like you have to really, you gotta bite down on your mouthpiece and lean into that one to find it.
Bite the pillow.
Yeah,
that's not what I said. And then, I mean, I know, and Tarkovsky, the reason why there's so much difference between that and the book is because Tarkovsky notoriously rewrote everything before. Like, he rewrote every script down to sometimes even the actor playing it, to the character, because what he described it like, Tarkovsky says like he a director that just tells someone else's story is little more than an illustrator. And he's like, I have no interest in being an illustrator. So he would rewrite it.
Well, thanks a lot.
Yeah.
Well, and the best part about that is Tarkovsky's one of the few people that actually has the talent to get away with that.
Exactly. From a filmmaking perspective, I love because film, he's not afraid to just sit in the visual component of film, because it's a visual medium, and he would just sit on these long takes that just go on far longer than any Western director would ever consider letting something go. I mean, that one take, there's one wide shot in there, and it's just the three men sitting there while the rain's coming through the roof between, like, in the middle ground. You have like foreground, middle ground, background. They're like all the way in the back, but it's deep focus. You got the rain. And I think that shot's like 3 minutes, 2 or 3 minutes long.
A
And
lot of the shots are 2 or 3 minutes
That's
long.
nothing is happening except the rain and the sound of the rain. Like, and he's not afraid to just sit there in that. You can't do that
it's
for
time
every.
to think.
You can't do that for every film, and not every film. And but when you establish yourself as someone who's less concerned about a
Entertaining movie.
a pace that needs to be.
I can appreciate the movie, but it's entertaining is a strong word for it. Oh, sorry.
Well, I was gonna say, like, any like art house flick, you're gonna run into TDM, accessibility issues, and pacing issues.
Yeah.
Like there's a
you
reason it's not commercial. Yeah.
If you you want to get all exciting about it, the whole part about he kind of gave his life to film this movie kind of thing really drew me in. It kind of seems magical now a little bit.
But I mean, the thing, like, Tarkovsky was never, and he was never trying to be a commercial filmmaker. Like, he was trying to be an artist, and he picked film for his medium, and like, he's a filmmaker's filmmaker, and that's why I have so much respect for him and his work, is because of that. Like, I would much rather like sit through a film that's engaging, maybe not entertaining, but at least engaging from an artistic standpoint, because it's pure and honest, than watch some stupid bubblegum popcorn film that's entertaining that I don't give two shits about after it's over.
It depends on my mood.
But at the end of the day, 100 years from now, if the world still exists, which it probably won't, you're going to have people still talking about Stalker, but people are not going to be talking about, like, for instance, another film that I love greatly that I think is underrated is Deadpool 2. Legitimately, like, everybody shits on that film.
That's what Stalker was up against.
Deadpool, actually,
Patrick,
Trick,
you're a guy after my own heart.
Thank you. But I mean, like, I love Deadpool 2. I think it's the best Deadpool film.
Oh, really? That is a strong wrong opinion.
I think that it's the best.
Hey,
film.
sir, do you want Patrick? Do you want this hat?
I think it's the best film about the character Deadpool. It accurately portrays the character Deadpool and his whole comic book, everything in the comic books, better than any other Deadpool film does. And I'm right about that. So you can,
I think Deadpool 1 is still a better film.
Deadpool 1 suffers from very obvious Hollywood, we have to show Ryan Reynolds' face, otherwise people won't watch this film. So we're gonna put Wade Wilson in every, half the film. It's like nobody fucking cares about Wade Wilson. We want to see Deadpool killing people. And Deadpool 2 does it. Deadpool 2, it encapsulates all of Deadpool's character perfectly, much better, I think, than the first film. But my point is that people will remember Stalker, and they won't remember Deadpool 2, and it's because of Tarkovsky. I think this is something that a lot of people forget about, but we all need to focus on as artists, is that focus on the art and not the how much money you can make from it, or how you can do it in such a way as to make more money. And obviously you want to make money because you want to, if you don't have the funds to just do it for nothing, you obviously want to continue to do your art. But, like, at the end of the day, these people who, like, if you go back and you look at some of the greatest artists that we now talk about today, they didn't live great lives. They were poverty stricken, They
Sometimes
cut
assholes too. Yeah.
Yeah, total asshole maniacs. They cut their own ears off. They did all kinds of crazy, weird shit. They were looked horribly upon in their time. And then, 100 years later, everybody's like, well, that guy was a genius. And it's like, well, so maybe that's really what it is, though. I mean, like, you have to sacrifice certain things. If you can't have everything in life. If you want to create the greatest art that's ever known to man, then you have to sacrifice lots of things. And so
What did
I don't
what
think
do you
that's
want to
only,
sacrifice?
I don't think that only applies to art too. Like
No,
are
you're
athletes.
right.
Like
Yeah.
most of the best athletes aren't healthy.
Yeah, or the most rich and powerful CEOs, they don't have good family lives. You know what I mean? They don't
True.
have. So you have to sacrifice one thing for another when you're trying to do something. And I feel like sacrificing money for your art, if you can do it, is one of the most noble endeavors that humankind has ever engaged in.
Well, what did Nikola Tesla say? He said the present
He said, "Stop
belongs to
stealing
them."
my stuff."
Yeah. He said the present belongs to them, but the future for which I've seen belongs to me, or something like that. So
Actually,
Yeah,
when he
but
was
now it
saying-
actually belongs to the CIA because Donald Trump's
Yeah.
uncle stole all his shit.
Where are the
Gave
other
him a heart
14
attack.
trunks?
I
Where are the
love
trunks?
I love that theory. I love that. I love it so much.
It's not a theory; it's a fact. It happened.
Yeah, there's missing trunks.
No,
yeah.
no, I meant the whole theory that it's attached to. That's how I learned about it, though.
Yeah. But yeah, like
Oh.
he was pretty crazy. The future definitely belongs to him. We're kind of looking back at his tech, like, But before we get too carried away, it's about guest time. So how about we go around and to give our final thoughts on the movie? I'll start. I basically already mentioned my gripes with it. It's like any art house flick. There's gonna be pacing, accessibility, and stuff. But looking more into the lore and stuff, and then really taking in each frame, like listening to Jarrod break it down earlier while I was looking at those striking images, and just knowing that every inch, like every second of the movie is like cancerous to these actors. It's like, man, that's a strong float in my opinion. That's a thumbs up. I'm gonna give it a thumbs up.
Nope, that's really good. We'll start on the bottom and go up. Animation overload. Did you see Stalker?
I saw half of it.
That's perfect. you saw people walking along. Anyway, continue. Give us your opinion. Sink or float. Final thoughts.
I think it floats.
Yay!
Yeah.
You know, I can appreciate the vision. They're very nice visuals. I didn't finish it. I
It's
didn't.
long.
It was nice.
It's fine.
long.
You have a job. You have friends. You have things to do during the day. I get it.
I definitely have two of those things.
We're not going to play that game. Patrick, final thoughts. Sink or float. Float is good.
My thoughts are that it's so good that animation overload should finish the film.
Give me
And
a time, AC or AO.
it's one of those films that it's not for everybody, obviously, but if you like heady philosophical movies that make you really think about what reality is and what's truly important to you as a person, I think it's a good film to watch.
I wish I would pay money for Justin to be here, just so I could hear him
He
angrily ask
hated
why
it.
we watched this film.
He would've quit.
Anyway,
That would've been
Jarrod, your
him
thoughts.
quitting.
Sink or float.
Like my only gripe with this with the film is hard because if I spoke Russian, I think it wouldn't be the same. But it's like the wide shots of dialogue where they're so wide I can't tell who's talking.
Yeah.
That's always bugged me. And that's it though. That's my one gripe with it. And I am fully aware, like, this film is not for everybody. Like, you just can't, like, not everybody's going to get into this film. And I don't think it has to be. I think Tarkovsky is exemplary of a Russian like visionary creator. There's a reason why Russian opera is second only to Italian opera. Russian cinema.
That's kind of your opinion, but
He definitely was
it's a close second. Close second. Some would call it a tie. But like Russian orchestral music has a history of being amazing. Like it's just he is in that class that makes a lot of Russian art spectacular. And so like for my money it floats, and it's not going to float for everybody, and that's okay. It doesn't have to.
All right. Well, getting a lot
Bill.
of floats here. Bill, you obviously hated it, right?
Absolutely. Worst.
Actually, guys, we lost him. He sent me a message. He hated this.
It wasn't
film. Every
pretentious
second of his.
enough.
He says, do not check out his other films because they're even worse than this one. Oh, hey, Bill, continue.
I mean, Tarkovsky couldn't even be arsed to follow the damn book to bleeding bloody shite.
I told you the X would come out. Anyway.
I forgot to mention that's actually my biggest gripe. I can get over pacing and all that. I don't like that he didn't follow the book, but because of such a beautiful thing came out of it, you get the pass.
I didn't read the book, so I don't care.
I
will
also
say-
did not read the book.
I will say, as an adaptation, it is not a good adaptation, but it is a phenomenal movie. Absolute 100% float, just like the rest of Tarkovsky's.
We lost him again. No.
oh no.
Look, it's not my fault. Why has he got a communist name?
He hates
Anyway.
Russians. He hates Russian people. All right.
Absolutely.
Okay, just say
It's
Stalin.
worth the watch.
Not
It
just
is
the leadership,
100%
but the
worth the
people,
watch.
the men, the women, the children. Anyway. Oh, for me, I enjoyed this film. I was really impressed by it. I don't know when I would sit down and watch it again.
Mhm.
I have to be in a really specific mood to watch a 9-hour film about walking. Now, I have to be contrary because all of you are glazing it, and that's perfectly fine.
Glazing.
We're glazing, brother.
Well, what's the Russian equivalent?
Also, Patrick, I appreciate
Vodka
you being here in lieu of Justin, a friend of ours, one of the original hosts of the channel. He was also wrong, but no. But yeah, no, I was really surprised how much I enjoyed this very long film in a foreign language about walking. And that goes to talk about. I'm sure the book sounds like it's actually pretty interesting. I probably will check out. The
Oh, yeah.
book. I do really like this film. I'm probably not going to let my kids watch it. But yeah, no. So it gets a light float for me, like a
Hey,
bobber in the ocean.
You want to
Yeah.
watch real-time cancer? Let's
Like, hey
watch
guys,
people
hey kids, we're going to watch an art house film. Let's watch Dune.
yeah.
Kahuna, here's what you do.
the Lynch tune.
You sit the kids down and you have them watch Come and See and explain to them in excruciating
Oh, dear
detail
God.
how the director traumatized a child using live munitions.
No, what I'm going to do is
Oh,
I'm going to have
man.
them watch this movie. I'm going to say there's a monster that's going to jump out any second now for 4 hours.
Dude,
Just
that would be
That's hilarious.
horrible. Oh my god.
Oh, my
It's
goodness.
like, hey kids, we're going to learn something about trust and telling the truth.
Dude,
That would be great.
see, I didn't know about a lot of the other stuff behind the scenes for that film. But I remember when I was rewatching it and it got to the part right before the writer's monologue when he wakes up kind of laying sideways in the water. It's like that had to be a miserable day on set. Like that had to suck so bad. And then to just sit up and then give that monologue, like, oh, that is a miserable day to be that guy.
It was
Sorry, the
To be
film wasn't
fair-
set right. Can we do that again?
Yeah, right.
yeah, right.
to be fair, Soviet Russia, I don't think they ever knew what a good day was like.
Oh, that's
This was not terrible day. Only one family member died. We
6
had
out
one
of 10 day. Not worse, much worse than past.
3 men share 1 cigarette. Good day. Not
Good day.
anyway.
Good day. Maji, did you get a chance to say what you thought?
I actually have no say in this.
She didn't watch it. She's just here to chill. It's good.
Well, here we go.
Maji, just tell us something you like about stalkers in general, then.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, about that.
Well, the one outside my house is actually pretty nice. He brought me a beer one day.
I did show up to her house on Christmas one time. It was fun.
Dressed as the Grinch, of all things.
What's
I want
bad is
to-
she didn't know about it. But
Couple of things. First of all, Maji, we're on the same project with James Esperanza, by the way.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
And me too.
Oh, you're on it too.
Yeah.
I mentioned that earlier.
I think. Well, it depends on which project it is. He's a busy guy, but
Yeah. Have any of you ever played the Stalker video games?
I heard
They are on my play list.
Oh, Bill, I'm so disappointed. You were my.
I do not
you were
get
my
so.
only hope.
I have so little time to game.
Oh.
In my defense,
he's too busy reading Morning Wood Milking Farm and
Oh, jeez.
the Harry Potter 9/11 fiction called Tumbling Towers.
Oh my
Yeah, we
god.
gotta read that.
Harry Potter and the
That's
Tumbling
real, by
Tower.
the way. I read part of that on.
oh,
That was a good day. Okay, before we get too carried away, I'm gonna play the clip, and then when the clip ends, we're officially in guest territory.
Oh
So.
wait,
Yes.
but we gotta, you guys. Okay. Let me.
Yeah.
Give me my. Okay, the Stalker video games. They
Yes,
are based on the
territory.
movie, which is obviously based on Roadside Picnic. They're not even. They're even less 1-to-1. You know, not that the other one was 1-to-1, but like, if you play, there is a modded. It's a free mod that you can get. It's free. It's all 3 games combined into one called Stalker Gamma. And the if you're a modder, if you do modding for your video games, then it probably shouldn't be that too difficult for you. But if you don't, it is kind of to get into it. But it is one of the greatest video games of all time, Stalker Gamma. And it has that exact same, you know, like that you go to the wish granter, that kind of thing. There's all the like themes. It's a lot more Ukrainian oriented, but a lot of those themes move right over from that movie into the game. And
Wait,
if
we
you guys are
gave
looking-
billions of dollars to this video game?
No, like you could no, not this one, because Gamma's free.
That's different.
Yeah, but I am on your side. You know, yeah, I'm rooting for Putin every day, baby. Let's go. But
up next on the list is some Atomic Heart, baby. Let's go.
Atomic Heart is great as well. But like legitimately, it's one of those like survival horror video games. So if you like that kind of thing, it's like Metro. If you guys ever played that, although probably a little bit more difficult, I would say. But I would highly recommend that video game. If you, I don't know if how. I mean, we got Maji here on the video games. I assume you guys kind of all like games, but you know,
when I have time, I'm like Bill a little bit in that regard.
Yeah.
And I'm
still
a goober.
haven't.
I'm such a goober, dude. I'm like, let's play Halo and
Hey man, you can't go wrong with some OG Halo. I mean,
dude, I've been beating. Like, I've been teaching my kids what thousands of hours in every Halo game looks like, and recently on multiplayer. I got an old 360. I have been kicking their ass every night.
Dad of the year right there.
Got it.
But also, real quick, we got to acknowledge Wrangler with his 420. Wrangler, thank you. Here's my cock, and all right, there we go.
And
Kahuna stock can only get so erect.
Super chats by
It
you.
only gets so hard. You haven't seen
Super
those
chats
pills.
by you
What?
a nice. Super chats by you a nice clip. He did a smoking reference, so we'll do a smoking clip. Let's go.
To make fine music, allow me. Music.
Every time you grab your vape at home. No. What is in this? I'm starting to regret. Yeah, that's my fault, Wrangler. Anyway. Yeah, I gave them money and they showed their giant chicken on stream. Is a weird experience.
He whipped out his huge chicken. Yeah,
Real quick, Kahuna, I have a question for you.
Yes.
You ever play
hard?
You ever play all of ODST in one night? And you get to the end right as dawn breaks, and you just hear Nathan Fillion say, "It was a hell of a night."
And then you look outside, and the sun's starting. You're like, "Fuck!"
And then you look over, and you reach for the next can of Mountain Dew Game Fuel, the orange colored one,
Right?
But it's gone.
You grab your Dark Horse Nickelback album and throw that into CD player. Get ready to go to school and watch Obama be elected president. It's a hell of a time to be.
I will never forgive. I will never forgive the show for what it did.
Oh, Christ Almighty! Oh, Halo Master Cheeks. Yeah, we don't need to talk.
Oh,
about
yeah, that's the worst abortion of all time for sure. But before
Put his fucking mask on. What is with taking the masks off? Like certain people are certain people be wearing their masks. Boba Fett, Master Chief, put your fucking mask back on. Spider-Man, put your mask on.
But then Patrick, in
The
real life,
actors
they can't
don't
keep.
know
They
what
can't.
they're talking unless they can like see their own face.
Actually, Spider-Man,
Yeah.
you can keep the mask off. Everyone else,
No, but
keep
see,
it on.
they did it like okay. Remember Spider-Man 1. A lot of people have different opinions about this. Like for
Autism,
instance,
go.
Sean Salter. I don't know if you guys know Sean Salter. Great guy, totally wrong about Spider-Man 1. Wow, what an idiot. He said really stupid things.
What did he say?
He said Spider-Man 1 sucked and that Green Goblin
Whoa!
also sucked in that movie. And I'm like,
Oh wow.
brother, Spider-Man 1 is one of,
Wow.
if not the greatest superhero film ever to have
Yeah.
come out ever. And
It's just- yeah.
the fact that
Not
at
even
the end,
Easily one of the best origin films.
Oh,
by a
yeah.
long shot.
Not even
Easily.
Siskel and Ebert had a take that bad about Spider-Man. Jeez.
exactly. In that last scene, that last fight scene between Green Goblin and Spider-Man is first of all
One of the best
incredibly
ones ever.
visceral. It's
Yeah.
still one of the best fight
Yeah.
scenes between anybody ever.
It is.
And during that time, Spider-Man gets his face all because the pumpkin bomb gets in his face and it blows up his part of his mask. So you can see half of Tobey Maguire's face, and then they've got the outline of the eye too. That is how you show the actor emoting if you absolutely have to. Battle damage.
Yeah.
Not,
dude.
oh my god, I gotta take my mask off. Like, no, you
Yeah.
don't. You don't have to take your mask off.
It's like
Well, do the Iron
they
Man
acquired.
thing.
Sorry, I
Like
get
the
really
Hulk
upset
movie.
about people taking their masks off.
They acquired the IP and they're like, so what are the rules of this universe? They looked. Rule number 1: he keeps his mask on at all times. They're like,
Yes.
oh fuck this.
So, Patrick,
Exactly.
in the Dark Knight, when Joker went to take off Batman's mask and it zapped, or when his Goonie went over to do it and it zapped him, and he obviously couldn't do it. You just jizzed in the theater, right?
Yeah, I was like, yeah, this is
Like,
perfect.
dude, this is what I've been
Amazing.
asking for. Yeah,
Right.
that's what I
It,
want.
it would be like if at the end Joker wiped off his makeup so that we could see
Heath Ledger.
what's his name, Heath Ledger emoting. It's like fuck
Yeah.
off, like
Yeah, I
stop
get it.
that.
Anyway, Batman, I'm
This
going
is-
to go take these pills. I'll be right back.
This is why Dread is still one of the best comic book movies because
Well,
Yes,
okay,
that's
the
yes,
mask.
yes.
Yeah.
That is half the reason it's so good. Is because Carl Urban was like, no, you're not going to show my face. What are you
So
retarded?
part of
Come
the
on.
problem with
Who
the
do you think
mask
I am,
thing was-
Stallone? I'm keeping it.
Bill,
baby.
shut up. We let women talk sometimes.
No, you're good. For those who don't know, I actually have a couple second delays, so I never mean to be an asshole. It just happens.
You're good.
But
I'll never
So what
forgive
it
you,
is
Maji. You're so
is-
mean.
whatever. But so what it is with the mask thing, I actually saw it was an interview. I forget who it was with, but somebody from behind the scenes at the Marvel movie scenes. A lot of the masks coming off is because the actors refuse to wear them.
You're
Yeah.
fired. You're fired.
Yeah,
Fired.
immediate.
The fuck
I
out
will
of
halt
here.
if I am making the movie, I will fire you and I will halt production until I get someone who can put on the damn mask.
Yeah.
There's,
Yeah.
there's
Yeah,
hundreds
and then
of
they
thousands of
saw
people that
Mickey
look
Rourke
like you.
and Iron Man 2. Like, you have to keep the mask on.
It's like,
Like,
there's,
dude,
there's like
what happened? Like, I know drugs. What else happened to him? He was
To
a very
Mickey
good-looking
Rourke?
guy when he was younger. It looked like he got run over by all
Dude.
18 wheels on an 18-wheeler.
Wasn't he in a bike crash or something?
No. So
I
Mickey
hope
Mickey
so.
Mickey Rourke left Hollywood and went he went semi-pro boxing. So he
Oh,
went
that'll
boxing.
do it.
and then like has his boxing career, is kind of in and out of boxing and acting. And then late toward the end of that time, he's doing live like hard sparring rounds with James Tomey, who is notorious for just blasting his training partners, and it messed up his face. So he had to have reconstructive surgery on his face. And then like
they didn't do a great job.
Well, yeah, because like all the cartilage is gone in his nose, and then to like kind of try to make something work, they had to put like lip injection in. Like he literally smashed his face off.
Yeah,
and
face.
You got to have good sparring partners, and also I guess Mickey didn't have very good head movement. Brother,
Gotta bob and weave, baby.
you gotta fucking
slip the jab, slip the jab.
His guard
should be here. His was
right, right here, baby. Let's go.
But yeah, so
Patrick, don't look like that. You look like a victim when you do that.
No, you got it.
Boxing sense, you're like, don't hit me again.
No, seriously, if I'm within 2 feet of you and I'm like this, you better watch your stomach. I'm going.
You know how big my stomach is? That's a lot to watch.
Listen, man.
It's such a shame because he's
a good actor too,
dude.
Mm-hmm.
So one of my favorite things about film is finding like rare moments in a film where an actor goes way above and beyond what the film they're in requires. Mm-hmm. And like like Nicolas Cage is notorious for this because he does all these really
he's fucking insane. That's why. Yeah.
But there will be moments in these films where it's like, oh my God, like that moment right there is why he won an Oscar. Like he's so good. And there was one moment that just sticks in my head so much with Mickey Rourke is from the movie, from The Expendables. It's like, it's a shoot 'em up Stallone film, but there's a moment in there when Mickey Rourke is having this monologue about when they were in Bosnia and his character watches a woman jump off a bridge, and like at the time he has no connection to the emotion behind it, but then in the moment when he's retelling it, he does while he is painting. It's while he is painting this guitar that was supposed to be a present for the chick that just left him, and he's having this moment. It's like, oh my, that's why he was nominated for an Academy Award. Yeah. It is pure gold in the middle of this just average action film.
It's just like, The Expendables.
Oh my gosh, dude! Like
it's like you did not need to go this hard, sir.
Right.
Yeah,
like I thought this was an action movie.
He is a professional.
Oh, like that. I remember watching that, and it's that is the one thing in that film that's like burnt into my brain. Is just that moment right there. It's like that there was so much of him on the screen right there. Oh my gosh. Yeah. And then like another one, like not with Mickey Rourke, but with Nicolas Cage. The one that caught me off guard.
The bees.
Did you ever see the movie Season of the Witch?
No.
Yeah, actually. That was delayed releasing for like years.
Yeah. So Season of the Witch. Okay, it's got Nicolas Cage, Ron Perlman, Christopher Lee,
a whole bunch of people. It was weird.
Wasn't Hayden Christensen in that one?
I don't remember for sure.
Really?
Like anyway, there's a moment, and I remember the camera is above. It's a high angle shot looking down at Nicolas Cage as he's like having this argument with the person. I think it was with Ron Perlman's character, and like he goes like. He just like commits to this argument, and it's like he has this huge like it's not like this outburst. It's like it's contained. It's like the energy, it's not like Nick Cage energy. It's not like that spastic crazy Nick Cage energy, but he's given these lines and there's so much conviction, and it's like, oh my God, that was a moment of like pure genius, solid gold acting right there. And Season of the Witch.
Season of the Witch, yeah.
It's like,
Season of the Witch.
now?
One of the movies of all time.
Yes,
One
no.
of the movies. Yes.
With that one bit where you'll sit there watching Nick Cage and have a Danny DeVito moment like, I get it now.
Yeah, I get
Bro,
it. Wiping the
everyone
tears
talks
away.
about like when was the best Cage era. I'm like, there's no era. Just it sporadically. Some movies are shit and some are great, and I don't.
Yeah.
really
Ghost Rider.
know why.
You're either in the
He-
cage or you're out of the cage.
think
You know what I
pretty
mean,
much-
man?
Gotta let the cage out.
All right,
can't-
so before
I
we
can't
Rage
remember
good.
which one came first.
I wish they would bring that back, just like that old 2000, like 90s or 2000s, like. And now Nicolas Cage starring in
Yeah.
Uncaged.
Before we get carried away, the movie floated, so I'm gonna play the clip. When we come back, it's Patrick time, and we
Yes.
get to talk about his awesome work. So stay tuned.
Based.
Oh my god.
I'm ready.
Yeah. there it is. For free
Anyway,
tonight.
Patrick, let's talk about your comic. My body is ready. Let's go.
Oh my god.
Free tonight. It's a privilege.
Or Kahuna will give you your money shot.
Naughty shot, you sack of shit.
All right. Oh,
Well, I actually it's kind of weird because I'm doing River of Blood right now. That's the one that's we're closing out on the 16th of May. Yeah, the 16th of May. And then we'll do our second chance campaign, which will include the EVS cover, which I was lucky enough to get. I don't know if you guys were following all that, but there was a big long like competition between folks to see who would get a free EVS cover. And while I lost to Vasilis Lolos, that son of a bitch. No, I'm just kidding.
it's like great competition, sack of shit. Oh, great competition.
Yeah. Wow, what a piece of shit. I walked in. I said,
Stupid-
this guy's a piece of
stupid woman.
shit.
Huge fan. Fuck you. Huge fan.
That's a pretty good impression, dude.
They look a little Chinese.
I practiced it a lot. I learned a new lesson from Shane Gillis the other day. You know, and so
Okay.
I practice my Trump impersonation all the time.
One night, me and Kahuna were just doing the impressions way too much, and we tossed on some Shane Gillis, and we got a damn copyright from it. Shane doesn't like his impression being out there.
really?
It's funny. He can make fun of other people and pretend to be them, but
That's
you can't watch him do
fascinating.
that.
Huh.
So yeah, it's interesting. But yeah, you do. a
Shane
good
Gillis,
impression.
what a pussy. But
Apparently, it's worth money.
It's also the way he's like what he says. Like sees something, makes commentary on it, then gets his own commentary on it.
right. Right. It's brilliant. It really is brilliant. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, so we're in River of Blood right now. It's funny though because we're talking about Stalker. I wish that I had Phenomenon 3 going right now because that's really Stalker, Metro, the Metro 2033 series, and Dostoevsky in general are like huge inspirations for my main work, which is Phenomenon. But we're doing River of Blood right now. It's Phenomenal Tales 2. Technically speaking, it is within my comic book universe. I hate using that word universe. It's so, you know what I mean? Like
Non-cinematic universe.
Ruined it
it's
for everybody. I understand.
it's it's the Quinlan verse. No, fuck off. No, it's
Brother,
not. It's
what
just a
is
story.
this picture on your profile on Fund My Comic? What is this picture?
Oh, that's me. So I used to live with 3 dudes who were from my fraternity back in the day, and we lived in a house in this area in St. Louis, and we were the party house, and so folks would come by, and that was me during a party at some point, and I was delivering a soliloquy of Shakespeare.
It
Attempting
looks
to.
That's what you were doing.
Attempting to, but I was drunk, so it probably actually wasn't me doing that.
It's kind of
Holy-
funny. It's funny you bring that up, Patrick, because I just dug out a really old photo of me, like at a party, really drunk, holding a bottle of Jack, and
There you
I'm
go.
really heavily considering making it into album art now, since I kind of can dabble with that kind of stuff a little bit. And I was
Do it.
just showing Animation Overload that earlier, so it's kind of funny that you have a candid picture as well.
Yeah.
So.
That's before I
Yeah.
had gray hair, but hey,
Same.
I saw a
Same,
picture
bro.
of my ex-wife with 4 hookah pipes in her mouth. I'm like, yeah, that's about right.
is that a euphemism?
No.
Okay.
You can probably find one like that at me too.
Sure. Sorry.
Well, I'll tell you later. I'll tell you when you're older.
All right. I was like, whoa, what does he mean? Hookah pipes. So River of Blood, while it's totally unrelated to all the other stories I've been telling so far, it's actually not totally unrelated, but you'll all find out if you read the other stories and you read this one. You don't have to, though. You don't have to read anything else that I've ever made. You could just buy River of Blood and you would enjoy the story by itself. Long story short, it is a story about a young Algonquin man in 1526 whose entire tribe has been wiped out by this creature called the Wetiko. And so he decides, obviously, to go on a path of revenge, to kill this creature and to he in the beginning of the book, he sets out on his manhood ritual, his spirit quest to become a man and become a hunter and a provider in his tribe. And he comes back to find that his whole tribe has been killed by this horrible, monstrous thing. And so he has to kill it, but he quickly realizes that he does not have the capabilities to do so by himself. So
I'm looking at the picture, and
that is amazing.
Yeah,
dude, the art is so like this is the image of Frederick showed me. I'm like, dude, you gotta have this guy on.
Oh yeah, it's so cool.
Yeah, it's so good, man.
This is the amazing Peter Gilmore, the CG King of Horror. He is a spectacular person to work with. He's one of those people where, I'm sure you guys have, experience working with artists and stuff. I've been burned many times from some big name artists and some smaller name artists. It seems like once people think they're going to get the money, they're like, okay, well, I don't need to really put effort in. Peter's not that way. And so because of that, Peter always gets paid up front from me because I respect him and he respects me. And so we create great work together. And so what the story is about is this young Algonquin man. His name is Seneshween, shortened to Sanash. That's what we call him in the book. He goes down south to the land of the Red Rocks, as he calls it, to go learn at the feet of a legendary shaman by the name of Standing Waters on how to kill this creature, because he's heard that Standing Waters is a legendary giant slayer. So he goes down there to learn how to do this. And, that's all I can really give away at this point. But it's essentially 2 stories in one. It's the story of Seneshween getting bitter revenge against the Wetiko. And it's also the story that Standing Waters relays to Seneshween about the war of the River of Blood that led him to being, this renowned giant slayer and how to kill these types of things.
I don't know if I could pick a cover. Damn it.
If you have to, pick this one, the deluxe edition. All of these covers, by the way, everything on this campaign will be completely cut off and not available when it ends on the 16th of May. The only version of this that will be available will be the EVS cover, which obviously is something also people should back. But the deluxe edition will include all of the concept art, which is there's a ton of stuff that Peter and I have gone back and forth over about designs for the Wetiko, designs for the characters. It's going to include at least one short story that I've written about the Wetiko, because this story about this creature has been something that I've been thinking about since sophomore year of high school. So when I was 15, and I'm 32 now. So there's going to be at least one of those short stories that I've written about this creature included in that, as well as all the concept art and all that kind of stuff. So it's going to be probably a good 20 more pages than the actual book. And obviously it's got that spectacularally beautiful wraparound environmental cover.
The wraparound. Yeah, that's like a bande dessinée French style.
Yeah.
Painting, dude.
Peter and I were like, I particularly like to push the boundaries of what I'm supposed to or allowed to do in comic books.
It looks beautiful, by the way.
Yeah, so good.
Got to
animated
stand out.
Your local artist. AC is as well to a degree. Yes, Bill, Pants is pointing.
Sorry.
So, sorry, I'm looking at your rewards here on my other monitor.
Yes.
So I'm seeing the $40 River of Blood and Phenomenon Alpha. I'm kind of curious how deliciously thick are these books?
Yeah. So River of Blood by itself, just the regular edition.
And also is the $40 tier that I'm seeing here, is that for the physical copies?
Yes. This I don't
Okay.
do digital. There's no digital.
Base, Jarrod, you can learn a thing from this man.
I know.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Gotcha, bitch. I do not abide insects.
Patrick.
I do not abide
am I
insects in
pregnant?
my home. No. I literally fucking despise insects and I can't stand them in my home. And I saw one fly and he landed on my lamp and I'm like, oh, okay, so you've decided death then.
You want to hear about my pets I had growing up?
Yeah.
In Hawaii, the 10-inch long centipedes and the
No, I don't want to hear about this anymore.
Too late.
Take it back.
So my grandpa, when my
How did it
mom
get
was
so
growing up,
long?
he would cut the stinger off on one end and the pincers off on the other, and he'd chase them around the house with it. So they ran all three daughters and my grandma ran into the bathroom and like, oh, we're safe. Oh wait, this is an Asian style home. There's a vent right there. So he just tossed it in there with him.
Oh no!
Panic. 3 girls and 1 mother.
Oh, that's
and a giant.
horrible.
Like these suckers are thick as one of my fingers.
Yeah.
10 inches
that's
long.
disgusting.
You can't kill them. And with the spiders, there's one the size of my son's face that lived in the bathroom when I was growing up.
No.
And they were too fast to kill, and they didn't hurt you. So you're just like, all right, I hope he gets all the cockroaches. I don't want them landing in my soup again. So here we are.
Actually, spiders are the only types of creatures that I'll allow. Like I've got my birds over there, and spiders are the only ones that I allow in this house. Like because I know that what they do. So I'm like, all right, brother. You know, I'll even pick them up and put them places.
What's the size range you allow? Because there's
spider.
There's always a range. Yeah, see
like that big.
Even that's a big spider.
Once you get that big, I'm like, unless you disappear right away, you got to go.
You got to be paying rent if you're that big.
Yeah, it's nothing personal. I really don't dislike spiders, and I'm not scared about spiders. It's weird. I don't have any fear of spiders. Insects, can't stand them.
I got bitten by a brown recluse when I was a kid, and I was never afraid of spiders again after that.
See, there you go. Exactly.
I'm just like, well, I've had the flesh cut out of my ass literally after 2 shots and treating it for 30 days straight as a 10-year-old. So I think this is as bad as it gets for me.
That is, yeah.
Also, real quick, I want to let other people have questions and talk too, but this is a bold statement, but this is maybe very close to my favorite comic aesthetic in indie comics I've seen, period, anywhere.
Wow.
So I mean that as a high compliment. There's a lot of really good indie comics, but this aesthetic, the color, the details, the whole thing, phenomenal. Anyway.
Thank you. Phenomenal. It is Phenomenal Tales #2. The original, the regular version without the deluxe stuff, all that, it's going to be probably 75 pages for River of Blood.
Oh, that's a good size.
Okay.
Nice.
And
very nice.
Alpha is 4 plus 47 plus 48, which I don't know the exact, and plus 20-ish after that. So however long that is.
Okay, give me a second to bust out the abacus.
He's got the beads.
Reviews for the deluxe version.
He does have an abacus. I thought you were joking.
I have 3.
Phil, you are our special. You are our special transfer student. And we're very proud of that.
That's awesome.
Keeping down what country I'm from, baby. Anyways, give me those numbers again. That was 4
4 plus 47 plus 48 plus
47. Hold on. Fuck, I fucked up. Okay, hold on.
My bad.
So 47.
Well,
plus
we're at
48.
99 at this point, right?
48. That
Plus
last number?
20, approximately.
Plus 20. If my math's correct, about 109.
Holy smokes! Yeah.
I am gonna double check though because holy hell, I haven't used this thing in so long. Why did I pull this out? So it was 4 plus 47 plus 20 plus 48. Was there a 48 in there?
Oh, you know what? Hold on. I made a mistake. Let me hold on. Let me do it on my
All right, let me clear this real quick.
Frankly.
Wow, what a loser.
Wildly large. He's not Chinese. They're
so big. These comics are so big.
Women say the bigger ones hurt, frankly.
So it's fun.
The biggest comics, hugest comics.
Jarrod's face.
Oh,
okay.
sorry.
Okay.
So it's 4 plus 27.
27. Okay.
Plus 48. Plus 20.
Okay, that's 99.
Okay. So yeah, that's a nice. Ooh, that makes me happy, because my story is called Phenomenon 1999. It's shortened to Phenomenon.
That doesn't make me happy because it's one off from 100, and 100 is a nice number.
It is
100.
So wait.
Watch me as I go full monk here.
Hold on, I need to activate Bill's autism real quick. So Bill, when I set an alarm to wake up in the morning, I don't set it for say 4:30. I set it for like 4:29.
Oh,
I set it for 6:01.
Oh, that's horrible. Why do you do that?
This reason right here. For once a year when I can make someone really upset about it.
He's that guy.
He is that guy.
I ever mentioned I'm a contrarian? Anyway. Tremendous lung capacities on those kahunas. Very full-bodied kahunas when he yells. You can ask Maji. She knows. Anyway. Oh, wait. Never mind. That sounds...
That sounded a little...
We really want to know.
This is not the craziest thing I've talked about on stream, guys. Come on. All right.
So yeah, for $40 you'll get approximately almost 200 pages worth of comic book.
That's amazing.
That's
man.
actually not bad, and with my budget, that'll probably be the tier that I can afford. And I'm going to set my abacus on the other side of my office because now I want to play with it.
Nerd. No.
The fact you have
Dude,
an
abacus
abacus
is
is
cool.
both cool and concerning.
Also, no, it's
Why-
not the one.
why
No,
concerning?
the one is fine. The 3. It's the 3.
Well, yeah, there's this one. This one was a gift from my grandparents. I've got a one with Chinese characters on it, and then I got that little one over there.
Wow, what a commie. Thought he would trick us. Couldn't do it.
I'm going to start sounding like all those Asian women in my area that ask me if I'm Korean. Are you a Chinese boy underneath there? Is that true?
I don't date Chinese. Sorry.
Made in China.
Okay,
It's like
Patrick's figured.
Yes. All right.
Patrick's figured me out that it's the reason why I've got like a
lot
ton
of Russian, a
a
lot
few
of Chinese.
shot scope movies in the other room, alongside my Soviet films.
I'm waiting for you to like pull back one of your bookshelves and it's just like a hammer and sickle like painted on the wall. Oh, anyway, comics.
And over here is my access shelf.
So yeah, the Phenomenon Alpha, what it does is it collects oh yeah.
That's cool.
Let's go.
AO always does such a good job. You haven't
Not
AO,
great. I could do better, but
You
AO,
gotta give him his little
don't be
rock.
self-conscious. It's great.
His little you know what I mean? Like the little you gotta draw the rocks in on him.
yeah,
Then
I'm
it'll be
going to.
perfect.
AO, at some point in the show, you should show Patrick your magnum opus you did for our Jurassic Park show.
Oh yeah.
I know AC
Magnum
has
opus.
it. I'll show it to you if you.
We'll give it a minute. But yeah, so with this comic, like what was like you said you've been the concept for the creature has been around, you've had in your head since like say 10th grade in high school, and you're like my age, so way too long ago. Wow, hi kids. Anyway, I'll be back. You guys talk about
It's all good. So yeah, I mean, I've the Wetiko is a thing that I learned about when I was probably a sophomore in high school, and I wrote a very short story about it, which actually that short story is set in the Soviet Union, coincidentally enough, during the siege of Leningrad. If you guys, or the siege of the siege of Leningrad, if you guys know about that. And long story short, at the time, the Soviets had no way of getting any food to that city. So the only way they could get food to the city was if they shipped things over the frozen waters during the wintertime. Otherwise, they would not, the waters weren't frozen and they couldn't do it that way. And the Germans were shelling them over and over and over again. And so people they would end up eating, like, what you would do is you would go to work at the factory and then they'd give you like a block of like bread material and sawdust, literally sawdust. And they'd be like, here's your rations. So the folks would literally eat sawdust back in that time while they were fighting the Germans. And
Black Knight has said that.
Who said that?
Black Knight. He's Bulgarian, but he was under the Soviet Union control because he hasn't told us how old he is, but he's definitely older. But yeah, they would use sawdust as filler in a lot of their food because they just didn't have any.
Yeah. So this story is kind of based off of that, because at the same time, Stalin had ordered that anybody engaged in cannibalism were to be shot on sight. So that's kind of like, I combined those two elements, the siege of Leningrad with people starving, obviously, Stalin's dictate that people who engage in cannibalism be shot on sight. And then I'd also heard about this creature called, which I originally knew as the Wendigo. I obviously heard about it when I played Wolverine's Revenge on PS2. If you guys know that game. The Wendigo is a boss you fight in that. And I was like, what's this all about? And I realized it was a Native American quote unquote myth. And so I was like, oh, this is fascinating. And so I looked into the Algonquin, stories about it. And I was like, I can combine these two things. Yeah. Where there's starvation in Soviet Union, but the Wetiko comes through somebody eating another human person.
Yeah, and the whole cannibalism creates monsters idea. Yeah,
exactly. So I wrote a short story about that, and it was I guess I didn't win an award, but I was featured in this magazine in my high school for that story. It's funny, I remember showing it to my parents back at the time because I was so happy about it, and they were like,
"Yeah,
this is so depressing," and I was like, "Yeah, isn't it great?"
I'm a real artist, Mom Steve.
Right? Yeah. Right. So
it's like you look at all these old papers like about hacking heroes, and you're like, "This is before I was a real artist, Mom."
Right. The other story I wrote that got into that magazine was a story about a guy who's a very star football player. He's now the CEO of a company, and he's sitting in his office, and he's living life, and he's about to hit on his secretary, and then a plane comes crashing through the building, and then it turns out it's 9/11, and he jumps out the window to save himself from dying from a fire. So anyway, I've always been about uplifting stories.
The burning building won't get me. I'll do it myself.
Right. I've always been a very uplifting individual, but anyway, that story, it always sat with me, and it always it was one of the greatest things I think I'd ever done artistically. And I've done lots of things and been in bands and done all kinds of theater and all kinds of stuff like that. But that was something that really always stuck with me. And I was on stream 2 years ago when I first started the Comicsgate Commandos. I didn't start it, but when I first took over the Comicsgate Commandos, and somebody mentioned something. I don't want to get into it because it's part of the story, but somebody mentioned this story about the Paiute Native Americans and something that they experienced in regards to what River of Blood talks about. And I was like, whoa, wait a minute. And I looked into that, and I was like, holy shit. And I had that same connection, oh, well, we've got starvation over here in the Soviet Union. I can bring the Wetiko into that story. And it was the same. It was a similar style of oh my gosh, I can connect these two things together. And so that's what I've done with River of Blood. And I'm really, really stoked about it because it's not only just one of the best things I've ever written, but it's also, I think, if you take a step back and you look at it from the perspective of this is all based on historical testimony, whether you choose to believe it or not, whether you want to call it mythological or not, you know, if you think about it from that perspective, it all becomes like really, I don't know, in my opinion, it's quite fascinating. But
No,
I'm obviously biased because I wrote it.
And it's like you can't even if the stories aren't provable, there's still value in them. Like I'm Hawaiian. We talk about all the Menehune, which are like these mythical little people, but they find evidence for them. So it's this weird kind of gray area of history and mythology that all kind of comes together.
Yeah.
And
well, I'm a big proponent of that. This idea of being able to prove things doesn't actually mean that things were real or that they weren't.
Yeah.
So for instance, when I was a kid, and again, sophomore in high school, somebody, you know, at the time I was like, well, we went into those countries to stop them from weapons of mass destruction. They're like, oh yeah, well, when we went in, there weren't any weapons of mass destruction. And I'm like, yeah, are you retarded? Like they probably moved them once they found out we were going to invade them.
It's like, yes, yeah, dude, stop being gay.
You know what I
Play
mean?
Halo. What's wrong with you?
But it's just one of those things where it's like I think a lot of humans desperately desire for things to be quick and simple and easy, and for things to be easily provable or not. And that's unfortunately not the way that history really works. The way that history works is like, at the end of the day, everything is based off of the testimony of individuals saying, hey, this is what happened. This is what's real and this is what's not. And you can choose to believe it or you can choose not to based off of the, you know, how trustworthy the source is. But at the end of the day, and even in our modern society, we act like, you know, this is a fact or this is not a fact. Well, you really don't know that for sure, because at the end of the day, you're basing it off of somebody telling you that it's a fact. And unless you see it with your own eyes, you can't really know. You're just trusting somebody's testimony. And that's all of history. We're always just trusting other people's testimony. So I'm not one of those. I'm a very extreme Christian, but I'm not one of those people who looks at other cultures like the Native Americans, for instance, and goes, everything they say is bullshit because it doesn't agree with my current perception of what's real. You know what I mean?
There are often kernels of truth within it.
Precisely. And sometimes it's more than just kernels of truth, but you have to be open to listening to people and you know, what you got to do is you got to like look at everybody and take pieces of what everybody's saying and see, okay, what adds, like what all connects together, you know, what kinds of things are like, can you pull from each culture that you can find that is something that you're going to see. And that's the way I look at the world, is because I think all humans are fallible naturally. And you have to just be able to be humble. Except for me. I'm the greatest man of all time. I dressed up as a doctor.
Best words.
Everybody's losing their minds. And so it's just, you know, what is truth? That's from the Bible, actually.
Well, there are giants in the Bible.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Yep, there really are, aren't there? But we choose not to believe it because it doesn't quite fit with our current understanding of quote unquote science and what's real. But you know, it's just one of those things. Like, I love that line when Jesus is talking to Pilate, and Pilate says to him, "Truth. What is truth?" I just love that line so much. It's so real. It's so like, why would they have included that? You know what I mean?
it's such a Roman thing to say.
It is, but it's such a like a. It's so meaningful outside of like, it doesn't, within the context of what they're talking about, Jesus and Pilate at that time, there's no reason, if you were just trying to write a book to like get people to worship Jesus, why you would include Pilate saying that line. You know what I mean? Which is why I think that that particular thing is divinely inspired, that it was that God wanted you to think about Pilate saying truth. What is truth? You know what I mean? I'm sorry, I'm getting a little religious here. I tend to do that sometimes.
No, that's most. My name's Christian, brother. So we're all good.
And his name is Christman.
Hey,
and I'm a Christian.
No, I always thought his name is Christ, man.
Christ, man. No, but I mean, like that's for me. That's really what it comes down to. Is like what you'll find in River of Blood is my interpretation of what I consider to be real historical events. The only real, I mean, so to be clear, the exception to that is that my story about Seneshween and his revenge on the Wetiko is based upon it's based upon stories of Native Americans and their interactions with the Wetiko, but it's not based upon a particular one where that's like exactly what somebody said happened. But
it's
the story,
it's not a word for a word myth retelling.
No,
it's not. Yeah.
But the story that he is told by the legendary shaman Standing Waters when he goes south to learn how to kill the Wetiko, that story is actually explicitly based upon like a word for word historical testimony from a Native American. So
there's some other fantasy I'd like to bring up regarding like using Native American mythology as well. But first, I would like to present to you the ultimate piece ever done by our local artist here, Animation Overload. His magnum opus, definitely the best he's ever done.
Oh,
and
no.
here we go.
We will never get this image out of our eyes.
Never gets old. It never gets old, dude.
AC's little squish.
Look how happy he is.
The best.
Amazing.
If I could print this on like a 3x8 and put it on my wall,
Yeah.
I would do it.
It's going to be a
gotta
poster
be your
one day.
background, bro. You
Yeah,
gotta,
yeah.
like, have a
It needs to
banner
be a
of it.
shirt.
We instantly went and put it as the header on our Twitter. It's probably going to be a poster. Yeah. Basically, what I've been started doing, we just kind of had Animation Overload drawing stuff just for fun, and then it was easier to just pick something from whatever movie we were doing, just for not having to overthink it. And then it looked so awesome that I started making it like the thumbnails. So
That's so perfect.
It's
so
so
perfect.
fun. Like it took me. I was trying to figure out what he was doing, and as soon as I saw him drawing the little, I'm like, "Oh, you're doing the me." Oh, okay. I see where we're going here. This is good. Oh,
And then
but,
you suggested the meme version.
oh, yeah, I did. Yeah.
yeah, I was gonna say I gotta take off and be with the family, but thanks for coming on, Patrick. You're welcome back anytime.
you
You're
for
super
having
awesome. Yeah, you guys have a good night. Listen to my band on Spotify or wherever. Empty My Lungs. Cheers.
Have a good night.
Also support his comic. Very good. Very
Yes.
big, beautiful
Wow.
comic.
Yes.
Thank you.
Rubbed it all over myself. It's a great comic.
Oh my God.
Cheers, guys.
Peace out, AC.
Love you, AC. Peace out, brother.
Hey.
Oh.
He's a great guy. It's always nice to be on with AC.
Yeah, no. So you were on Frederick's stream or a different stream with him?
Well, I've been on him on my stream, The Commandos, and also on Frederick's stream.
Oh yeah, Comic
Yeah.
Commandos. I've caught a couple streams here and there, but
Yeah.
there's so much to follow, dude. I forget.
Yeah. No, I understand. It's it's what it is. We all only have so much limited time. We all have to go to work and then do our work on our comics and stuff. So
And you know the problem with artists, right? They're too
they're-
busy to enjoy other
Pretentious?
people's stuff. That paintbrushes all the way up their nostrils. Yes, no.
That's
Well, now that you mention it,
yeah.
They don't have time to properly enjoy art by other people.
Mm-hmm.
Never, because like if you're always working, you're not.
That reminds me, this
taking
looks
it in as
beautiful,
much.
by the way.
Oh yeah. No, any
Yeah.
any comments from you, AO, about art style and all the things? Tell us everything wrong with every image individually. Let's go.
You should. Let's go.
Anatomically incorrect. Much longer fingers on day. Anyway. Oh,
historically, Wendigos didn't look like that.
historically, this
Wendigos.
big animal didn't look like this. Oh man, but I have a question about because I've worked with artists quite a bit on projects released and never released and things of that nature. Got a lot of art, even art commission for our YouTube channel here is pretty fun. There's an old one with pirates with all the original captains. It was fun. So when it comes to art, like for comics and things of this nature or covers, are you more like really, really hands-on with the artist? Like you're very specific and send a lot of notes and go back and forth? Or when you find someone you trust, you try to give them as much freedom as you can within certain parameters, obviously? I've had experience doing both, and I know which one I prefer.
Yeah.
But you need a good artist for that one.
Well, I would say I prefer being very controlling.
Yeah.
For sure. Because I have a very distinct vision in my mind, which I can't draw myself, but must be done. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah. No, I dig it. I dig it.
But there are certain artists who I've worked with who get like, so Peter, for instance, with Phenomenon, I will send Claudio my layouts. Like, he doesn't draw the layouts, I draw them. And I say, this is what we're doing right here. I'm very specific with him. He is, which makes his work faster for him, which I think we both like it this way because, you know, he doesn't have time. He also has a 9 to 5, and he doesn't have time to be like, oh, you know, what am I going to do here?
Is he going to like this? Yeah, the whole thing.
Yeah. So I just like, go, this is what I want from you. Give it to me. Peter, on the other hand, is like, he makes his money from being an artist. So for him, that is where he spends his time. So he explicitly told me, like, if you send me layouts, I'll just throw them away. So I was like, okay, well, I'll let you do
Peter.
your thing. And I've never, since we've had that agreement, I've never had any issues with him whatsoever. It's the way Peter and I work is very much like the Marvel method, the old way where, you know, the writer would send the guy the script. He'd send him back some thumbnails or full pages, and the guy would then adjust the script to fit that. And I think that's what Peter and I are doing.
A back and forth kind of
situation. Yeah. And it's while it's not the most comfortable way for me, because I prefer to have control over everything, it is a learning experience. And I think it obviously makes me do a lot less work because I don't have to make the layouts or, you know, specify certain things. But so it also
lets you be surprised a little bit.
That's true. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I just feel like once you meet somebody and work with somebody who can do that with you, and you can trust that they're going to do something really good, based off of, like, you know, 4 sentences sometimes for a page, it's like, all right, well, why would I look a gift horse in the mouth? Like, this guy's doing a great job. I'm just going to keep letting him do a great job. I'm not going to get in his way.
Yeah, what was his name again?
This is Peter Gilmore. Peter Gilmore.
That is the way to say that name. Absolutely.
Well, he is British, so, you know.
Welcoming Peter Gilmore. Yes.
I'm Peter Gilmore. That's not how he talks. He's got like a weird accent I can't replicate.
And then he has like a southern wife in that.
Peter, get back over and get your
Oh, hello. I have a very active imagination, if you couldn't tell.
But Peter is spectacular. He does all kinds of horror artwork. He also draws a series called Jack the Ripper Monster Hunter and Jack the Ripper Vampire Hunter.
I've seen one of those two.
Yeah, written by Mandy Summers, and I'm really excited about that as well. So it's annoying that he has to go do work on other people's books instead of mine, you know. But
you're like, Peter Senpai, work on my books.
Yeah. Oh, so my money's not green anymore, huh? I see how it is.
Dude,
I'm joking. Just to be clear, I'm joking. Peter's amazing. He always, like, if there's any like delay on this comic book, it's because I don't have enough money from my 9 to 5 to send him to make the artwork. So
also fair.
Just to be clear,
things cost money.
Yeah, they do.
But yeah, no, for me, I've worked with artists before most of the time. As long as it's somebody I've worked with before, I trust them. I like to give them as much freedom as possible, but I've also never done a comic, which is a bit more specific. You got to be a little more picky and pick and choosy about what you want and what you're willing to give, as far as that's concerned.
Yeah.
Some
well,
artists,
I've noticed
artists
making
know what
comic
they're doing,
books.
some don't.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, there's a lot of people who can draw a great illustration, 100%.
Yeah, but doing sequential art is a bit different.
Sequential, it's an entirely different animal, and I think a lot of people don't understand that. And I have, because I'm a writer, and because everybody shits on writers all the time, I've gone out of my way to be like, okay, so what can I do to become a better writer? To make my comic book stand out, just like some of the people that I love, like Mark Miller or Alan Moore, or people like that. Like how can I get to that level? And what I've realized is a lot of it is based in the layouts, like the layouts.
The Japanese have really good layouts. Most
like
of
the flow of the action, how your eye goes.
Precisely.
Like the way, yeah, being able to go where your eye travels across the page.
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
I don't
Right.
know how to do it, but I know it's good when I see it.
Right. So as an example, like the movie Stalker, like we just talked about, that
Yeah.
movie, were it to be made in a comic book format, would probably just be like one panel per page. You know what I'm saying? Like it would be one panel and there'd be all the dialogue like that. We were talking about that shot where, it's them in the far background, but it's a far focus and the rain is coming down. All of that would be one page and you'd see just all of their dialogue bubbles across that. And so that's the kind of thing that you have to, as like, look at that page right there, that we've got the establishing shot of
in
the kind
background.
of Southern Canadian, Northern North American wilderness. And then we go, okay, we're moving down to this guy. And okay, so why are we focusing on this guy? Next panel, tracks in the ground.
He's following elk tracks.
Yeah, so
through
now we know what
different
he's doing. We know there's a dude there. We know where we are. All this kind of stuff. And I didn't tell Peter to do any of that. He just did that.
And it's great. Imagine if modern Marvel did this. They would be explaining for the first half of the page what's happening.
Legit. Well, that's what they already do.
I know.
What you do is you open up a fucking book and you've got a fucking 3 paragraphs of like last time on X-Men, X-Men gay extraordinaire. And you're like, I don't care about the stupid gala they were engaged in. Like, come on, just get me to the action.
Man, it'd be a shame if I didn't do anything cool for 4 comics in a row. Sorry, go ahead, Jim.
Just say, like, you remember back in like the late 90s, early 2000s, like, because this reminds me this reminds me of something you would see in some of those Wolverine origin comics. It would be like this, but you would have Logan's internal monologue.
Yes.
Yes.
And because it was
this is all without lettering, so there will be, there will be monologue and stuff.
But they don't even do that anymore.
Yeah.
They don't even do that anymore, and that was good. Like put like a because then like think about all the heavy lifting one page is doing. Mm-hmm. You're establishing
this page honestly doesn't even need text.
No,
you know what's happening. That's good art.
That's the brilliance of it.
Yeah. If you add the lettering though for your character, now you're doing character development as well as location setting, world building, and like plot initiation, all on just one page with hardly saying anything. It's like the lost art of comic storytelling.
And I think I think not to shit on Claudio at all, but my other artist for Phenomenon, but I think that as opposed to Phenomenon, with this book, I could actually probably print it without any words, and you would understand exactly what's going on because Peter's so good.
Based on what I see, you could totally do that.
Yeah.
There are some bande dessinée and some French comics or some bande dessinée and some manga I've read, where like some of those volumes, like I could probably read this without words. I could have it in original language, no idea how to read it.
Yes,
still understand. That's pretty phenomenal.
I think that's a very important and I'm sorry, I'm getting a little autistic here, so you have to forgive me.
Welcome to the club.
Comic books. I consider Western comic books this visual medium, this visual and literary medium. It's a combination of both. I consider it to be one of the greatest art forms of all time outside of music. And the reason I say that is because, like I said, if you've got a talented enough person like Peter and you have this kind of stuff before you, you will understand the story without any words. Say the words are printed there, but you don't understand English. You know what I mean? You will still understand what's going on in this story. And I think, if the world ended when it's like it's gonna, in 10 years, like I said before, it's gonna be we're at the end.
Well, yeah, all that global warming, man.
Right. It's global warming, right? Right. But if it did, and you picked up this comic book 200 years from now, not knowing the language, you'd be able to look at this story and you'd know exactly what's going on. And I think that's the beauty of this art form.
Dude, if I
Which
lived that
a lot
long,
of artists will say, oh, well, you don't need the writer. Well, I mean, you do need the writer for, like
you
to
need,
make
you need
the very
backbone
story.
for the story to be there.
Right. If nobody's making that you then take and put to the paper with your drawing, then there's nothing there ever. But all that aside, I feel like that's truly the most beautiful thing about this art form is that you can just do that. You could just, have you guys ever read that G.I. Joe comic book where it's just Snake Eyes and he rolls up?
I never got into G.I. Joe comics.
Neither did I, but Frederick Guimont sent me that comic where it's just Snake Eyes infiltrating a base and there's no words at all. And it is one of the best comics I've ever read in my life. Like because exactly what's going on at every moment.
That even is kind of clever because Snake Eyes doesn't talk.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. It's totally brilliant. And that's why I love comics so much. And that's why I'm so happy to be working with some of the people, these people that I work with. Not some of. I'm happy to be working with everybody I work with. Everybody I work with is so spectacular.
Let's also not disregard what good writing can do here, though. Like example.
His village reduced to ash, his tribe to bloody stains in the snow, and the Watiko is waiting, forever hungry.
Thank you.
See, good words.
Yeah.
Good words, good image. They work when done when each are done in their proper way, in their proper place, they work together.
Yes, precisely. And they create something better than either one of them would have done by themselves.
Yeah, it's like that's how I get my son to read half the time now. It's like I got him like a Plants vs. Zombies comic and he loves it. Or Animorphs. I found some Animorph comics, pretty good.
Oh.
And yeah, my older son, he loves that stuff. So
nice.
Yeah.
Oh, Kahuna, you can get him like the comic series Bone. That's pretty good.
Bone?
Oh, Bone is so good.
By Jeff Smith. I think you'll like it.
Is it for kids?
Yeah.
Yes.
Actually, it's AO who suggested it, not Bill. So it probably is good for kids. Bill's like, yeah, there's this little Japanese a comic called Berserk. I think your boy would love it.
Right. Absolutely. 10 out of 10.
I think he's one of them animus or something.
Don't tell me about those Chinese cartoons. You dirty little animus.
Actually, no. I got something better for you, Kahuna. You ever hear of a little project called Elfin Lead?
You mean Elfin Lad?
Now, didn't that have Will Ferrell in it or something? Or...
I feel very, very white. Anyway, no.
No, I will second Animation's recommendation there. Bone is phenomenal. I actually have all 9 volumes over there.
I've got all
right
9
next to
volumes
Bloodshot.
In the darkness behind you.
Yeah, well, I can undarken it.
Dude, it's so much more Caucasian now. Oh, too many jokes.
This is too bright in my office now for me. Yeah, this series right here, Bone.
Sweet, I'll check it out. Nice. Yeah, no, I've been trying to find some comics stuff I can let my kids read. It's like there's some like I have my second son, his name is Elric, and I have the bande dessinée for the Elric for the Elric series, the French comic for that Michael Moorcock's books. Patrick, if you haven't checked those out, fucking insane.
I know who Michael Moorcock is, but I haven't checked
sent you an
out.
Kahuna.
Oh, thanks, AO. Yeah, no, I might even look it up, but like it's French comic art, and it's really hard to read the French. They're really good when they're on their money. But he's like, Dad, can you read that to me? I'm like, absolutely not. There's like there's human sacrifice, incest, dark magic. Like when you're older, sure, not now.
Does he like reading, or does he like, you know what I mean? Like does he like words, or does he?
My 5-year-old doesn't like anything. But my 9-year-old, he likes reading. He likes the images. The images help, but but he likes the words too. He can do both. He's reading Harry Potter.
I would recommend, and this will make him a spectacularly, wildly intelligent young little man if he reads this and enjoys it.
Rick
the
and Morty.
Stanley Jack Kirby Fantastic Four run.
Oh yeah, the OG.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is the OG, and
Oh,
it is
speaking of, I
it
did
is
that
so good.
thing drawing.
Oh
Yes,
yeah. Bring
that-
back
yeah.
up the thing.
The
Let's
thing
see.
is my favorite character of all time. That's why I asked.
I actually sent it
asked
to
do
you.
that.
Kahuna. You can kind of see it.
Oh yeah. Hold on. Let me see.
Thank you
Sorry, I
for
was too
doing
busy
that.
looking at my shirtless, beautiful image there. Hold on. Go like that. Go like this. Like this. I know how to do computer things. Hold on.
I know how to computer.
I can do computer. I like how you layered the lines a little bit too. It implies more going on there. Oh wait, you can't see it. Sorry. There. There we go. Yeah. No, I like that, dude.
Perfect.
That's great. And that's
Amazing.
like the old school design too. I like that a lot. That's
Yeah.
fun.
Very nice.
Real quick, Kahuna, does your kid like science fiction?
He likes violence.
I'm gonna
I mean,
take that as a yes.
Good boy.
Yeah.
You could try, and I'm hoping if I'm wrong about this, someone will call me out on it. You could give Valerian a try.
I haven't actually. I don't actually own Valerian.
That was a
yet. I
decent
know
movie.
it's I've heard the
shut your
Bond
mouth.
is good.
You didn't like the movie?
The movie, after reading the comic, the movie is
I heard it wasn't
very pale
good
in
compared to the
comparison.
comic, yeah.
I had the
had
same experience
seen-
with Alita Battle Angel. Yeah.
I had seen all these.
You shut your mouth, Kahuna. Battle Angel Alita was peak cinema.
You know,
Just
I'm just
fucking
gonna make
read.
some popcorn and listen to them bicker. That's entertaining.
Look at this. Like he had some old
I had some
Animu
eggs,
statues
so I'm
back there.
good.
I saw Akira for sure.
Huh? Yeah, dude. I got Kira, I got Death Note, I got fucking Overlords, the light novels right there.
Oh,
It's not
great.
manga,
Loosed in
but
the
I got
shell,
the
I've got it
Lucifer
right
comic over there.
No, I'm not better,
Invincible?
dude. I got a whole bunch of the deluxe versions of certain manga. You know a manga that I really wish that I liked? Vinland Saga. I hate it. I hate Vinland Saga, the anime and the manga. Dislike.
I've heard
both.
mixed things about it.
I'll tell you a mixed thing. It's horrible. Okay,
Yeah.
moving on.
It's not mixed at all.
It's as
It really
mixed, as
is.
mixed as it gets.
All right, fellas, I got to dip out.
All right,
I
Jared.
will see everybody.
Come
I'll
back.
see everybody
See
on
ya.
the interwebs.
Hey, sir, Gerard. Rumor has it you're releasing another movie here sometime in the future. You want to share that link to me, boy? I'll send it
Yeah.
out to the fine people.
Yeah, I put the link. I put the link in the private chat.
Oh, I see.
And,
There we go.
yeah.
You're
The
tired.
biggest thing, the biggest way to help us right now is to just share that link around and talk about it. Get. We just need eyes on the project. Like it's going to be good. We just got to get the money for it, and that's what we're working on right now. So yeah, go check that out, and I will see everybody on the interwebs.
Nice.
Good night, Jared.
All right,
Take it
have a
easy.
good-
Guys.
Peace out, man.
Whoa! Oh my God! Oh. Right, there we go.
Don't scare me like that, man. Shit.
Oh, I have a bunch of the Berserk Deluxe volumes. I want to do the thing where you get the Dragon Slayer bookends to put on either side of them. Like, I don't think I have the space. I have so many books, dude.
Yeah. But you guys are like talking about Berserk, like it's cool. But I mean, like, what about Attack on Titan? You know what I mean? Like, it's way cooler.
The ending, though.
The ending
I
was
don't-
one of the most brilliant endings of all time ever.
I tried to watch that anime, the drunken giant naked giant things. Nah, I couldn't.
That's
do it.
basically
naked
anytime you
giant.
see me, Maji. What's the deal?
They're called Demon Food.
I am proud of this. I got my dad invested in Attack on Titan.
Really?
I
Yeah,
tried to get my
I
sister to watch
watched.
it.
I watched the entire thing with him.
Wow.
That
That's
parents
actually
watching anime,
amazing.
that's pretty unheard of.
That is unheard of. Yeah.
Yeah. Now I've got him watching Yu Yu Hakusho,
Hats off.
which I'm
to
sure
you,
we can all
sir.
agree is the best thing ever made since.
Yes.
I never
ever.
watched it.
AO coming
You
in
need
with-
to do yourself a favor and watch it, bro.
Yes.
No,
You have to show
There's
it.
not
Bill.
some weird shit in it, right? Like I've heard Evangelion has some weird shit in it. I started it, but then never finished it. And then somebody's
Well,
like, "Oh
according
yeah,
to
this
Kahuna,
this
it's
is
got a
Evangelion."
penguin.
And I was like,
Evangelion is something.
what the fuck?
A girl gets rejected by a 14-year-old boy and then by a sentient penguin, and it's not the weirdest thing in that episode.
No, it's not. And I love it. I love Evangelion for what it is.
Yes, I love what it is. It
Vicious.
is shit. I do like that about it. That Evangelion, I'll like Attack on Titan. The ending, I have mixed feelings about it. I don't know for sure.
What do you dislike about the ending?
He just has no taste.
See, yeah. Look, brother, that the whole circle thing, everything ends as it begins is the most beautiful ending anybody could possibly ever have ever across all of time.
That I consider that.
And then I said, "Fuck Patrick." I'm gonna kick him.
You're never welcome back.
It was shit, and now it is shit again.
Don't buy a stupid comic. You listen.
Right. I said his comic was good. I wasn't meaning it. I was faking.
I go on Twitter immediately. Yeah, so this guy's calling me Hawaiian slurs on the Iron Sea.
Oh, the Bleach.
Oh wait,
manga
no,
is
Pat.
good
Like
read, too,
that.
but
That
it's a
actually
bit-
happened
it's a
to
bit
me
too
one
violent
time.
for your kids, I think.
I had a bunch of videos. I was trying to be funny on the internet when I first started my channel, and then my Hawaii fire happened. I went over there. My grandma's stuff burned down. Family died. It was a whole thing. I was over there covering that, and then someone insulted me in Hawaiian in the comments. I go in. I'm like, fatty fish. Cool. All right. I've never heard that one before or since, and it's still one of my
Maybe
favorite.
they were just
comments.
hungry. They wanted a really fat fish.
Yes, that's possible.
There you go.
Or some fucking boob trying to virtue signal me. He's like, how dare you call yourself Kahuna? That's so disrespectful. I'm like,
Yeah.
I am Hawaiian, first of all, so fuck off. But oh, I love people. I love the internet.
Doesn't Kahuna mean shark though?
Yep, that's it.
See, he hates me now. You see what I saw that reaction? I saw it in real time. He's like, "Oh, I don't think I care for you very much anymore."
Patrick, he's gonna make. It's what he does. Make Patrick. Okay, it's not. This is not a direct call to violence. Yes, it is.
I only speak Russian, bro, not Hawaiian. I'm sorry.
No, there's four level. There's 4 levels to what it means.
Wait a minute, you're speaking English.
I am speaking English.
Or no,
am I?
Patrick.
Oh.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, nope. I only also speak Russian. My bad. Writer here.
You probably know more Russian than me.
Sarcasm. It's okay.
Oh, wait, what was that, Manji?
What'd you say, Manji?
I said I speak fluent sarcasm. It's okay.
There you
That's okay. The nicest person on the show is like, I speak really fluent sarcasm.
I have a stutter with sarcasm. So.
And then we just have a row of autistic people on the bottom. It's great. And we have a very inclusive on this show. AC's gay. He's gone. I can say it. No.
By the way, I found the third one.
Oh my god! Why is it bigger than the other?
So
So
Bill,
he can count bigger numbers. Duh.
Bill, if I lived
Bill gets it. It's for the really big numbers.
when Bill went to school, his teacher said, "Hey, Bill, you're not always going to have an abacus on you when you're walking around in
They
the
said,
real world."
look,
And he's like,
you can't keep taking off your shoes. Your feet stink. You need to use the.
Dude, actually, legit, I would bring an abacus to school for math class. I got in trouble with the teachers for it. They didn't know what I was doing. I'm like, I'm faster on this than the fucking electronic thing. Why can't I just use this?
Bill, I started a boxing club in the back of science class, and we made flamethrowers, and I didn't get in trouble.
How does that have anything to do with boxing?
Oh, the education
You're like,
system.
yeah, guys, you got
Boxing,
your gloves. Great, we're making a
freaking fight
flamethrower
club
today.
in the back of class.
My point is, it was multiple things. Yeah, no, I brought boxing gloves, and the other guy forgot his gloves, so we had to give one glove to each person each. I'm like, I got rock, paper, scissors. Who's the left hand?
You just like put scotch tape around your knuckles and just punch.
Oh, bro, no, that my school was wild. My high school, it was combination of like backwoods hick, and really rich lake people all at once. So you had the bad tendencies of the hick people combined with the very large drug buying capacity. The exorbitant budget for buying illicit materials that the lake people had, and it created
That's what he just said.
High school fight club, and all the rich kids are betting.
Oh, yeah.
I need to write that now.
No, but I was such a little pussy, dude. I started fighting adults in Puyallup because I didn't want to disappoint my parents by getting kicked out of school fighting at school. So that was my solution. I'm like, I'll just get arrested. That would be better. Oh,
Mom, it's not my fault. I'm in jail.
Mom, they were.
It's easier to go to court than the dean's office.
I'm in court. I'm wearing a leather jacket.
At least
I'm as big as I am now.
A freaking lawyer. Come on.
It's like they made fun of my MMA shirt. I kicked all three of their asses. What's the deal?
Yeah.
True story, but
the worst thing I ever did in high school was I went to Russia, and
man, that's pretty bad.
For 2 weeks, I was there in St. Petersburg, and I was an angel, baby. I didn't even smoke a cigarette, and now I'm addicted to cigarettes, so that worked out great.
Well, of course you are. You went to Russia.
I didn't smoke any there. I promise.
You got
but you have some bottles of vodka behind the blur.
And lung cancer.
But then we went to Moscow for a week, and I was like, Moscow, this place is gonna suck. So we on the train there, me and he's not my friend, but we got a bottle of vodka, and we got fucking slammed. And you know how there's like those those rubber mats that are like they have like circles cut out in them. You know what I'm talking about? Well, that was what was in the bathroom of the train, and I vomited all over the bathroom, and it got like in between the circles of the rubber mat, and I was like, I can't clean this shit up, so I did not clean it up. And then when we got to Moscow, I was hungover as fuck, and I remember being on the Moscow metro, which sucks now because like now that I'm older and I appreciate Moscow and I appreciate the Moscow metro, I'm like, oh damn, I wish I was sober enough to like actually experience
enjoy
that.
it.
Yeah. And remember what it looked like and take pictures and stuff. Oh, actually, you can't take pictures in the metro, but other than that, yeah. So I remember I'm like hanging on, and this going and I'm like, this is the first. By the way, I didn't drink at all during high school, so I'm fucking hung over,
me too.
like really hung over, and I'm losing it.
You're
and I look
dying,
over at I look over at the chaperone. And he sees like the pale look on my face, and he just looks at me. He goes. And I'm like, and I then from then on out, all I remember is that I wake up and the metro is fucking speeding by, and they're all looking down at me like, "Are you okay?" And I have a bottle of water in my hand and a little bit of vomit on my sweater, and I'm like, "What happened?" And they're like, "Hey, you know that Russian woman, that old Russian woman that you were like standing above while you were holding on to the thing?" And I'm like, "Yeah."
No.
And they're like, "Yeah, well, you passed out on her." And she started laughing, and she picked you up and dragged you out and gave you a bottle of water out of her purse and then went back on the metro. And I was like, okay.
Nice lady.
Wait. You guys let her?
I know. That's you not thought about that until after the fact. Like, wait, did you just let this woman grab me?
But like we were what? She was Russian. She is old.
Dude.
We let her do her thing.
And then they took me. They had a guy from the American embassy come and like check me out. You know, they're freaking out. They're like, "Oh my god, what's happened to him?" And the guy, he's a Russian guy, but he's from the American embassy. He connects me to all this shit, you know, like a heartbeat and all this stuff. Takes 30 minutes, and at the end he goes, "My professional diagnosis, hangover." So that was that.
Oh.
And I don't remember or care to remember anything else that happened in Moscow from then on
Vodka
out.
means
I was
vodka.
like, fuck it, I'm done.
I looked like this one, except less fat when I was 15. So it's probably better I never went to a
Less
foreign country
distinguished.
in
You
high
have a nice
school. I got they gave me my first Mai Tai on a plane when I was 15. That was how it was. Oh, what did we do? We just did stupid. Like we picked up my buddy's Volkswagen, parked it in front of a church, like in front of the front doors, so he couldn't leave.
Like you hoisted it, or you like?
Yeah, no, we picked it up. We went out there. We picked up his Volkswagen.
Legitimately?
Yes, he had an old Volkswagen Bug, dude. We picked it up. Oh, Christ Almighty!
Great. He's like, where did my car go?
Also, you ever have a moment where you're like, everyone has a moment when they're teenagers and they figure out, wait, my parents were cool once at some point. They're not now, but at some point they were. I was on a boat in Hawaii. The captain's daughter saw me getting on the boat, and she's like around my age. She's like, okay, cool, I'll get on the boat with this guy. So we're up there, we're talking, flirting. The boat's like this, or I'm like getting hit by bathtubs of water because the boat's about to tip over. And then, wave knocks her top off, whatever. I'm trying to help her tie it. And then my mom on the other side.
Sure. You're trying to help her tie it. Right.
She's like, that's my son. That's
You're like, oh, I messed up. Whoops. Oh, let me try again.
Ugh. That's a hell of a thing, flirting with a topless teenage girl in front of her father on a boat and your parents. It's great. Anyway.
My dreams come true.
No, but it was fun. But all right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Patrick, you want to send me I have it here, but you probably have a better link, or for your campaign, real quick. If you can send that to me through the.
Well, the Fund My Comic one is the one. The one you had up is the one.
I know. I'm trying to find the link for it because I'm.
Oh, I got you. Hold on, I can do it right.
There's a way to do it. I just can't. Wait, share this campaign. I got it. Plus, son of a. Yeah, here it is. Ooh, so nice. All right.
Looks wonderful.
Fund My Comic is not working right now for me. That's weird.
There we go.
You do have it?
Yeah. I just posted it there.
Okay, there it is. Okay, yeah.
Thank you so much for coming on, Patrick. Because I saw your art. I didn't really know who you were. But you got the good old Freddy approval. I'm like, that's all I need, man. He's cool.
Thank you.
Yeah.
He is. Yes, he is. Frederick is an amazing guy.
I got him shirtless on our show last time he was on. It was a good time.
Did you really?
Kahuna's fault for the name Gooey Duck.
I do call him Freddy Gooey Duck
Gooey Duck.
Fair regularity.
It's funny you say you got him shirtless one time, because one time we were on the Commandos, and I guess his camera messed up.
Oh no!
Like we had seen him drawing, you know what I mean? Like we saw him drawing on the stream, and then his camera flipped out, and it went to a full shot of him, and he just wasn't wearing a shirt, and he was drawing, and I was like, "What, Frederick? Are you drawing? You drawing the nude?" And he's like, "Yeah, of course I draw in the nude, obviously."
He invites me on anytime anytime he's
he
streaming.
doesn't draw in the nude. I'm just joking, but.
No, but he invites me on, and I'll hop on his stream when I'm in the shower after I get home. Just because that's how the timing works out. I'm like, one of these days, I'm going to cancel you, Freddie. There's nothing you can do about it. Oh, it was fun.
Well, thanks for having me on. This was a great time. I really enjoyed myself. I hope you guys had a good time as well.
Oh no, it's a great time, man. We have our regulars who come on here, all these beautiful people, and of course me and the other hosts, and great guests like you. It makes it a fun show. Makes it like we talk about deep stuff and then we joke around a lot. I really like the environment that we've tried to create here, and people like you help make that happen. So thank you so much for coming on. It's been a blast.
Well, this has been one of the best shows I've ever been on, so I appreciate that. Thank you.
There we go. All right, everybody, final shills. Maji, you're too shy. Buy her book, The Legend of Shalar. It just released recently on Amazon. I'm in the middle of it, and it's fantastic. I read it in the nude. And just so you all know.
I really didn't need to know that.
Yeah, Maji, you already knew that. All right.
Whether you wanted to or not.
It's a store just down the street. It's called The Nude.
Yes, it's my favorite couch.
Coffee shop. What's your problem? I don't understand.
I'll take a
A
naked
lot of men go in there. It's weird.
I believe the name of it was called the Oyster.
I think it's Drunken Clam or something.
That's the Clam. No. No, I live close to Seattle. It's always something dumb like the Bulge or something. Literal name of a bar in Seattle that my wife tried to get me to go to one. Long story. Anyway.
Oh my god.
The spotted dick. There you go.
Bill. Oh.
Oh my god.
Really big into bird watching. Bill. I'm sorry, guys. I'm dying here. Bill, you write Zorn. Tell it.
I do write Zorn.
Send me a link if you have. Yeah.
Shit. I'm not that prepared. Hold on. Stand by one.
In Sophia
Stand by one.
Zorn.
He writes Zorn. It is medieval erotica of the filthiest kind you can imagine.
Well,
it has
there's your link.
Cow guys and cat girls.
We went in Bill's defense, we went from the oyster to Bill.
Right.
The blue-footed booby. Yeah.
Speaking
Unfortunately,
of
I have not
Bill, what's
written...
your comic about?
Unfortunately, I have not written a scene as iconic as the hospital scene from Evangelion, but
you are a vile human being. Anyway.
I know.
Oh.
It's the 3 abacuses they give me away.
He's like he likes those Japanese cartoon books and abacuses. We know who he is.
Anyways, Zorn is some fun sci-fi adventuring. It is not a comic. I do not have the money to do a comic. I do not have the skill to do a comic. But what I can do is I can slap my keyboard like the talented retard that I am.
Just really get in there.
Just
get in there. Yeah.
It's
for those listening without visual, anyway, I'll leave that to your imagination.
Oh my god!
I will say what Zorn's about if I can stop laughing. It follows Alexander Zorn, who goes on adventures in space. Read it, damn it!
Okay.
It's
anyway, guys,
this consists of me and edits by Daniel P. Riley. It's go read it.
Absolutely. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this has been another episode of the Iron Seas. Thank you for watching. If you want to see us next time, see you at 6:30 PST on a Tuesday. Thank you.